Hello, Matt. How is Matt doing? It's Tuesday. Yes. This is actually going to be the first stream testing my new fiber. So I'm hoping everything goes well. Michael streamed last night on his channel, so I think he and it sounded like it went fine. I haven't verified or anything, but I have so much like overhead or bandwidth now. I have actually been considering switching to streaming on YouTube for a week on the Argo Zone just to see if it's a better experience or not. There's downsides to it, but the big upside is that I could stream at like 2K. Do you stream at 120 hertz there? I'm guessing not, but at 2K, like with 60 frames, which would be pretty cool. Hello, Ice. Nothing. I just started a minute ago. I'm talking about something I only got the tail. Oh, it's talking about I've considered trying for like a week streaming on YouTube instead of Twitch, because Twitch is fun because it has a lot of the extra little fun features, but the downside is the bandwidth limit and the lack of guaranteed transcoding. So if you're not a partner, it's not guaranteed to have transcode, meaning that if you stream and transcoding isn't enabled, the only thing that people can watch is your direct stream, exactly the quality you send it out at. And while 6,000 kilobit or 6,000 megabit, which is the max that Twitch handles, isn't that much, there are some people, based on the connections they have, that actually can be a lot. So people being able to downgrade their quality is great, because then they can reduce that bandwidth overhead. But so transcoding is taking a video signal and converting it into some other video signal, normally for the purposes of downgrading it. So it's saying if I'm streaming at 1080 30 FPS, that you could change the quality to 480 instead, and it will transcode the signal and send you that video feed. Because if you request, like anytime like YouTube or anything asks, like if you want to change the video quality, it's not like sending you the full video quality and downgrading it. It's converting that video to a smaller video size and sending it to you. There's overhead. But for some, that is super useful. And, but since Twitch doesn't always guarantee that, it means some people can be left with, I can say like, well, I just stream at a lower quality, but then I'm leaving headroom. So, but YouTube is nice because YouTube, there is no limit on stream quality. I could stream at 2K 60 FPS, which I don't know what the recommended bandwidth on that is, but I'm going to guess it's somewhere on like 15 to 20 megabit, probably more. But Twitch only does 6. So that's where YouTube, you can get, if somebody has a 2K monitor, you can actually fully saturate their monitor on a stream, which is pretty cool. And they do transcoding for everything. It's just they don't have some of the other fun features Twitch has, but I don't know. I thought about trying it once. It's just before I didn't have the upload for it, but now I just got fiber, so we actually do. Anyways, I've been like I was talking for a while, and I switched to that. Hello. When you said trans coding, I thought you meant actually trans people. Oh no. Nope. Just it's transitioning the coding. I don't. That's probably not the right way of using that term, but I don't know. I've thought about doing it for a week for like a test, just to see like how it goes, and if it goes well, it goes well. If it doesn't, well. So, but I know you like emotes are fun and stuff, and YouTube doesn't have that. It's like YouTube has the quality and the infrastructure. Twitch has fun, cool integrations, but the actual video part of things is its biggest downside. Just like stupid. I don't know. You'd think that that would be like optimized, but 4K or like say 2K or any of those video streams are a ton of overhead. It is expensive. That's probably why. But if they added AV1 support, I could go on a whole big spiel with AV1, but it's a much better, more efficient video file where I could actually stream at 1080 60 at less bit rate than their max. So like it actually would let people do 2K 30 FPS, I believe, on AV1. AV1 is awesome. Anyway, biggest downside for me is ads. Yeah, but that's one of those like free service type things. Well, I mean, there are, you know, subs and stuff where Twitch does get some money on that, but it's nothing that really can be done on that. If I could shut off ads, I would, but then you can't. Yeah, but the problem is that it's 36 seconds unskippable. Yeah, that's why I wish I could shut off those. So we even tried. We did tests before where we did it like where if you I can like force an ad and then it says that it won't play an ad for a while. But when you play like a 1 minute ad, it delays it for 30 minutes. It didn't feel worthwhile. It felt stupid. I don't know. YouTube used to have it where you could tell it not to play ads at something, but now apparently if you enable monetization on a video in any way, you don't get the choice of how to display your ads. Used to be you could say like, do you want only side ads or like the little bar video ad, or do you want it at the beginning of your video, any video? If you want it in the middle, where do you want it in the middle? Or you could let them pick it. They're starting to slowly take those controls away, I think, because they want to. The only way you can optimize profit is over time is to slowly just throw more ads and things. I have a feeling give it like 4 or 5 years and you're going to probably start seeing way more ads on videos that never had it before, or just more ad breaks and stuff, because they're just the easiest way to increase money. At least YouTube lets you skip them or have 5-second ads. I have a feeling that that's going to be less and less over time too. Biggest problem is that it's not like videos where it's paused or shows where the ads are built into the episodes and interrupts the flow stream. Yes, that is my problem with ads. I have no problem with ads. If they would let me like play a 1.5-minute ad at some point and it delayed it for like an hour, well then yeah, I'm gonna go get a drink. I'm just gonna hit that button so then nobody has to worry about it. Awesome. If you have ad blocker, like I use Brave as my browser. That's like the little, actually I have the thing up so I can't even see what's on my screen. Yeah, the Brave, it's a little line symbol. It's a offshoot of Firefox. I don't think I get some of the ads still when I start, but don't really get many in the middle. I don't know. It might be that I just got lucky though. I don't watch a lot of Twitch. Because there will be people laughing their ass off and wondering what the hell is going on. Yeah, it is. I don't even think there's a way to actually fully disable. Like YouTube, at least if you didn't have monetization on your channel, there was no ads. Now I think their last terms and conditions update allowed them to put ads on non-monetized channels, meaning your content is still interrupted by advertisements and that person gets none of it. That's really kind of bullshitty. Because I've actually have videos before where I don't feel comfortable putting an ad on it. If it's already an advert, like if I'm doing a con promo, I don't put ads on those because that feels weird. So somebody's going to watch an ad for a con and they have to watch an ad. It's stupid. I refuse to do that. Or if it's commission work or any of that stuff, I just don't put ads on it. But then YouTube can be like, yeah, but we're going to do it anyway. That's just stupid. Yeah, it's the world we live in. Everybody wants some money. Anyway, we are working more on doing kind of the Western shot for that fantasy bit. Trying to get everything kind of set up. I think kind of at the point now where we can just start positioning people and kind of setting up the shots a little bit more. Yeah, because I have their stuff on the table. Or their cards anyway. But I think that we can start getting them in position. We call these paper props. Hello, Jinxie. How is your last 24 hours been? Or is it 48 now? Michael should be down in like, I'm gonna give it like 5-10, maybe 10 minutes. He got home just before I started. Let's see, Pinky should be excited. Man, I didn't get to it till 4 a.m. I'm so dead. Just trying to get everything kind of figured out. Just working nonstop and still going. Have you got a lot of that stuff kind of situated now, or got Discord hacked? Also, how did you get hacked too? Because there seems like there's always new things popping up out there, and it's better to know about them than not. I do have concerns for some of those hacks and stuff, getting caught up on any of them myself. I'm like ultra super cautious about anything I click or people I add or places I go, so I'm confident I'd be fine, but confidence is usually where you get screwed. A friend of mine was hacked. I didn't know at the time. I'm guessing they sent something and you clicked it, or send me a link. I'm usually very good at that stuff, but it just slipped up one time. Well, what did they say that enticed you to click it? Because it always, like, a lot of my friends, well, for one, most of the people that I would talk to are local, or they're on a or we are on a voice chat, so we already know what everybody's sending. And I am also very big of, I do not click a link that I cannot verify where it's sending me. I'm very careful. It was a game. Yeah, it's actually one of those reasons that, like, I don't like adding people on my friends list. I want to know almost everybody I have as a friend on Steam, somebody like I have physically met and I have other methods of communication with. Also, do you have two-factor, and did it ignore it? I've heard that some of those hacks will just like ignore your two-factor, or like it bypasses it in some way, which is hilarious. What the hell's the point of a two-factor? I am ultra careful. I have a password manager for all my passwords, and then with the password that already is like super long, and then the all my two-factor, while that software can handle the two-factor, I use a separate program for two-factor so that it's not all in one house. Hello.
Oh.
The horse.
It is a horse. She's in a cute dress.
I don't like that. I think it's as long as I have. I don't know that like. She's just because if it doesn't show the transparency, it just looks like she has a disease.
Yeah,
she's got lots of leeches.
Definitely needed to show. I don't know why it's not showing.
I totally bypassed my Microsoft 2FA. And since it did that, I can't get it by normal means. I have to literally do it the same. Yeah, for an issue that on Discord that has been around that long, I don't know why it hasn't been fixed. Because I have, it's been like a year since I heard of like hacks that can bypass 2FA. That is pretty much unacceptable to me. I think that's so that should be 100% something that's like resolved. Oh, there we go. Okay, I don't know.
If any part of the model's clipping or not. Oh, right there it does. What's it clipping into that's causing it right there?
It doesn't have to be.
Maybe it's a lighting thing.
It's a lot of that stuff is based on. It's like there's like a hidden point that determines where lighting is taken into effect, and it also determines like culling, and it could be something with that. It's probably just whoever made it had like a value that was just put in wrong or something. Discord is slipping up, but that issue has been around for a long time, so it's slipping up sounds like it would be a more recent thing that's escalating. To me, that's escalating over a very long period of time, or it's something they just can't figure out how to solve. But if that's the case, then they should be like removing 2FA, because people, there's that if you feel like there's a layer of security that should be secure, you're more likely to do stupid things because you're like, oh, it's fine, I got 2FA, something happens. Well, if that security isn't there, well, then you're probably better off not even having it.
The thing is, I have my Blizzard account. I had two-factor authentication on that. It got bypassed one time. And I mean, I just don't know that there's anything that is 110% secure. People find their way around it.
Well, the idea is it has to have the code, but if they know the code to get the code.
Yeah, like a pepperoni there or something.
Because the code that you get is based on a number that you give it that goes through an algorithm. So if for some reason, say Discord, I'm going to guess not, but Discord maintained that number somewhere, they can just get that number, put it in their phone, use it to determine as the master key what the key should be over time, and then bypass it. They could be doing something like that. Or it's just, some little thing in the system that's just like I think it was it's an interesting video. Tom Scott did a video where he talked about, because there's like only a couple people in like at Google that have access to the base scripts for how things work, and that somebody from there, like, what would happen if they were to go into that base script and at the beginning of the login script they just put in return true, like just 2 words, and that anybody that you would attempt to log in as long as you type their name with some type of password, it would just log you in as them. And because something like that, you just said, well, in that case it wouldn't be just a loophole, that'd be like horrible. But one little thing that's somewhere that somebody can find that just ignores everything and just sends you in.
After we finish these drinks, we're gonna get us some of those that green matcha cider I got up there.
I was gonna say you're trying to get rid of your mead, but nope, that makes sense.
I did put some more mead in the fridge, 3 more bottles, but it'll be a while before that's cold.
I did the paint cleanup, so that's all done. And so all it is cleaning the room later, just getting stuff out.
Very much want to do the bottle share, but I need to get that meat started.
Yeah, I know you said that, so that's why I wanted to get that part done. That's the part that I feel like would have took a while. It took me like 30 minutes, and I got everything done.
Yeah.
And I got the call. They're confirmed flooring's tomorrow.
Okay.
So we're good to go on that. I don't know when they're supposed to be here. Whatever.
Right. I had a fun time getting the yeast for the meat I'm gonna make because my car kept wanting to catch fire the whole time. I've resolved that issue. I still need to resolve the door though. But the part should be here Thursday. I probably won't get a chance to fix it till the weekend.
I think the worst part is that they can do it so easily, but Microsoft currently has no power over accounts that have 2FA enabled, so it's pretty much impossible to get my Discord, Ubisoft, EA, or well, you can still get to Microsoft account, or was that the one that was compromised? Or you're using Microsoft's 2FA.
If something compromised my Microsoft account, I probably would be. I could be very effed.
It used to be until I got a password manager. My Google account was the longest, most complicated or not. It wasn't complicated. It was just long. It was like 27 characters. Because length is what matters. And so it was as complicated as it can, because if somebody gets access to your main Google or main email account, they can get access to every account, because all you have to do is go there and go, oh, reset, and then it sends you your email. So your email is literally your last line of defense. And so I have mine. I had mine set up, and every one of your emails, you should have a backup email. They usually put a backup email in.
My backup email is my mom's email.
Yeah, as long as it's an email. Actually, that's not a bad idea, because if it's not you, then you don't even have access, but you know somebody that can get you that access.
I trust my mom's.
Yeah. It really does feel that Discord is slowly getting worse. Well, I think that everything always looks rosy at the beginning, and the longer you spend time with something, it's just, I think, human thing. You always just start seeing the things that are wrong and focus on the things that are wrong more than the things that are doing right. Discord has done some really cool things. They've enabled a lot of really cool things. During the pandemic, they enabled more streaming capabilities. They've added a ton of different emojis and stuff. Some of the stuff I don't feel is that needed, but that's looking from a perspective of somebody that doesn't care about those specific things. The little mini game things they added, I haven't really used them much, but when I was actually playing around with them, that's super cool. They've done really cool things, but access to my account and security, I consider still above all that stuff. So while they're fun and dandy, I want to make sure I'm safe. So that's kind of both. Or if something goes wrong, that it is not a difficult process to recover. I brought this story once before. It was a long time ago, but I had my Google account. I don't know if it was hacked or something at one point, but it suddenly said that there was $60 in long distance phone calls made through my Google account. And I have no idea how that happens, but that happened apparently. This was like 10 years ago at this point. And I'm like, what the hell? And so I contacted Google, and so they locked my account. And one of the things I couldn't do was, I had I couldn't put money through something on there. And I'm like, well, okay, I've changed my password. It's all unlocked. Can you please give me back access to stuff? And they said, we can only do that if you send us a copy of your bank records, like a copy of my bank statement. And I sent them back, you're sounding like a phishing scam. You're a website that I was linked to that is now requesting bank information. No, I am not giving you that information. That is bullshit. And then a day later, they just got an email saying your account is unlocked. I didn't give them anything, and I just complained. Yeah, and it worked. But I'm not sending Google my bank statement. What? Oh my god!
I had to go and be the squeaky wheel, dude.
I'm not sending them my bank statement.
Google is your master. Learn, in time you will understand.
That was such bullshit. Sending them my fucking bank statement. It literally, I'm like, in every way, in sense of what a phishing scam is, this sounds like a phishing scam. I'm not giving you crap.
Look at that horse.
Michael.
like, that's when she sees you. Oh, I'm just happy to see you. I don't know.
You know, the best
She's
is
different. She's considering whether she's looking for help. It's like, oh no, he's back. It's like, go really still. You can only see movement.
need boobs. Pinky need boobs.
Okay. Let's go to Snoop.
Command boobs. Like, Pinky, would you like cupcake?
Okay, great. That's a good flex right there. Ooh.
Oh,
She's storing
who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
pinky round pants.
Pinky brown pants?
Pinky round pants.
Oh, I thought you said
Brown
pinky.
pants is
That's what I was thinking.
something far
Like
away.
brown pants is if she does like this, and then she definitely
Get that face like. That's when a friend is like having a really good time at a party.
Yeah.
And suddenly stops mid sentence.
and then suddenly she's
the face. Yes. Then I need to go. I need to run away. Goodbye.
I must I need to go Walmart
Yes.
right now.
Right this second. Goodbye.
Bye. And then
That's when you
she's
really.
like,
That's when you're either really happy or really upset that it was your friend who brought you to the party. Just like, uh-oh.
oh, Kate.
I haven't had any problem with this one. So.
No, but
Must
it's
be
when you not having a problem with it isn't the issue, and I have no problem when things break or whatever. It's how they resolve the issues.
Yeah.
And Discord's great. It's just I haven't really heard of good things for trying to resolve issues.
Well, different factor in the authentication really hasn't changed that much over the years, unless you get one of those key fob things. And when my
No, they're saying like where a lot of the Discord hacks, they can get access to your account without two-factor.
Oh,
So
even though
even
you
when you have it enabled. So the whole point of it is to be a second layer of defense, but if they can go around the wall,
yeah,
well then why they have the wall there at all?
kind of like remember Windows 98? You're old. Remember 98? It had like you
was in
could
95.
actually set it up to have a password to get in, but if you couldn't remember your password, you could just hit cancel and it would let you in anyways. It was dumb. Because there was no like thing set up for you if you forget your password. Contact this person or this person will help you. It didn't exist. So the people over at Microsoft were like, what do we do if they forget their password? Hit cancel. Just get in anyways.
When I was doing website development stuff, this was back in like mid 2000s. I was trying to, when I started getting into the fancy stuff, I started trying to develop accounts for users and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's even back then, it was amazing how quickly you would get down the hole of the things you needed to do to make sure it was done right. Because the two main things being security and privacy. So like, if they have an account, making sure that they're the only one that can access account. You can't just like type something in a URL and get to that info, or that they can't find a way to get to that info. Like, it was a hole very deep, and I started working on it, and then I never got around to it. It was for a website for an MMO. How I learned web development.
Computer security back in Windows 98 days was you stood by next to your computer with a stick. If anybody tried to sit down and use your computer who wasn't allowed, you hit him with that stick. And if they kept trying to use your computer, you could just keep hitting them with the stick. Pretty effective.
Didn't it come in the box with the Windows 98?
Yeah,
too,
just
yeah.
the beat and stick.
Yeah. It was very considerate of Microsoft.
Yeah.
No, I had a neighbor that I would go over there to play like Duke Nukem and do the map editing, the map building. But there was also, hold on, I need to figure out, Magic the Gathering had a video game. When did this one come out? It was probably one of the first ones. Yeah, it was the very first one, Magic the Gathering, the very first one, 1997. I remember playing. Yep, that looks
that
just
box art?
not the box art, just the pixelation. It was basically like you were playing Diablo, but when you got in combat, you would play Magic against the enemy. It was actually like surprisingly good. I very much enjoyed it.
Try to see if I recognize any of those names.
No, I don't want to. Oh, go whatever. That was back when I was kind of doing the cards thing, but it had to be there because if the next game came out, even like 99 or 2000, the friend that I would have been playing that with, we kind of broke ties. So it had to have been that one. The very first Magic the Gathering game. Yeah, that was another thing we went over there to play with. That would have been like Windows 9, probably still 95. I don't think 95. They upgraded.
The only big difference between 95 and 98 was networking. A huge networking.
I remember the interface just being very interesting.
For 95, 98. Yeah. It was still the DOS build program.
Yeah.
It was basically just tabs built over top of DOS.
Yep. But they had it because they owned a side business and they used it for a lot of that business stuff, but they let their kids kind of F around with it and played video games and stuff. So that was my only experience in computer gaming until like 2007, I think, is when I switched over to PC completely. Whenever my Steam account was created, which actually I can probably figure that out pretty quick.
Actually, I can't figure that out. I don't know where you can figure that out at.
Easy. 15 years. Member since August 8th, 2008.
Oh.
Bam.
I'm willing to bet I'm before that.
So yeah, it was 2008 was when probably 2007. No. It's either early 2008 or 2007 that I made the account something because it was I was playing an MMO before that and it wasn't on Steam.
I pretty much started using Steam almost immediately when it came out because I was really big into Counter-Strike 1.5. And then one day, all of a sudden, this annoying program called Steam appeared. And if I wanted to continue playing Counter-Strike, I had to download Steam. I was upset, but I downloaded it anyway.
Have you seen the new Counter-Strike?
They got another one? Let's go. It's been Counter-Strike, like 1.6, Counter-Strike Source, Counter-Strike Go, and now there's another one. Counter-Strike 2.
Yeah, they just released it. This is August 21st, 2020. 2012. Oh, I think you could play it, but I think it went full release just recently. It's only got 7 million reviews.
That's quick. But here's the thing. I mean, Go was built on the Source 2 engine. What's this? Just more maps? Because
no, this is on the Source 2 engine, but it has cool things like if you throw a smoke grenade and you shoot a bullet through it, it will actually clear the smoke through it, so you can actually see it through a hole through the smoke. And so
if it's running on the same engine, and they have just done that with Go.
No, because it's a whole different engine.
Then they have something besides the Source 2 engine.
No, and I know that one thing they did was they changed how the networking works for targeting. So it's very, very accurate and precise and cool, but it means that it would have been changing the timing on how the original game was, and they cannot change that. Professional players would not like you messing with how the game
detects. I can understand that.
Yeah.
It's just that unless it's like... It's confusing me a little bit because it's got to be on the Source 2 engine. Unless Valve made another engine without anybody... they're on the Source 3 engine and they just...
No, they're... maybe...
And we just we didn't even notice.
They're on Source 4. They didn't go to Source 3. They can't go to 3. How dare you?
They got to finish Source 2 so that Source Filmmaker 2 can finally be finished. And I will not consider it finished until you can port all the models, David. So get on it. Do it, game. People who want cute horse videos, but with fuzzier horses. Look how fuzzy the horses could be in Source 2.
You can already do fuzziness in SFM now.
It.
No, you can do it. It's not about crashing. It's just horribly intensive, and it's not. It's an even layer, so you can't have certain parts not really covered. It's just suddenly poof. You basically can make Flufflepuff. And I don't know what properties you need to do to add it anymore. It is, you can do it right now in current SFM. It's just I think it was
too resource intensive for that RAM limit. Fluffy horses. We need fluffy horses.
How is it? I swear it was Zachariah Scott that did the tutorial on it. He might have removed it because it might have just been that people were playing with it and it just is not worth it.
Well, you've clearly decided it's not worth it, so.
Yeah, it's having it so that like all surfaces at it basically it will just make a layer of like lines that come out of a surface perpendicular, and an even layer is normal. Fur wouldn't do that. There's no gravity. There's nothing that makes it flop downwards, and even if it did, oh god, that would be some like fun physics to run. I will
say G5 did pony fur good.
Oh no,
G5 looks good. It's got good pony fur.
No, it's just suddenly just
what we're talking about fur. We're talking about ponies. And pony fur in G5 is pretty good. It's the one thing that's really got going for it.
Don't compliment the blasphemous ones.
It's the good horses. They just got a bad rap. And less the lackluster animation early in the series. And writing. But they're getting better. They're on their meds.
There's nothing wrong with it, except for this large list that I filled up on a legal-sized piece of paper.
Why the Bear Fair video made me so happy. Because they had that one buddy who was just ranting about G5.
Oh, how many times have you seen that video today?
I haven't seen it all today, but I have been playing this song in my head on loop. Sorry. Going to Bear Fair. Thought we'd all go fur, but hell no, sir. I just love it. Her intentions, they are pure.
Michael, hold on.
What is happening? You winking at me? You drank all the booze. That's no. What is happening? She's turning into a Picasso painting.
Okay, would you boop this horse?
I would boop that horse.
You would still boop it?
Well, yeah, because like I feel like she needs help.
How is this a boop help?
Boops fix scrunchies. It'll fix this. I feel like she's just been
no, I need medical attention.
Boops first.
No.
Then medical.
No. Call Mayor 11.
I hope there's just a phone with a button that just says Mayor on it. Mayor.
It's just like I'm scared. Like if like somebody's on the street and like collapses and they're like, this person needs medical attention. He's like, boop.
Yay.
And they die.
Oh.
Like, they need medical attention. No, well, I know exactly. I am a doctor.
How I feel when I woke up this morning. I had a rare night last night where I actually slept all the way till my alarm went off. I don't get that very often. It's kind of crazy.
What drugs did you take?
I didn't take any drugs, but I was having this crazy dream.
Oh no.
I can't remember it, but I remember it was crazy. And I was like in like a treehouse building, and like stuff kept happening, and I kept having to resolve it. It was a bit of a stress dream, but it kept me asleep the whole time. I just don't get very often. I can't remember having to like, okay, I gotta fix this. Okay, I gotta fix that. It was all crazy. Remember, it was on an island, like, and it was like it was a wooden building, and it was overlooking the beach, and I was just in it. It didn't look like it wasn't a stable, well-built building. It was like cobbled together. It was weird. Sometimes I have dreams that don't seem to reference anything from my day. And that was one of them.
I popped into Discord. Like for a while while I continue to clean my house. All right, yeah, I can try to toss this. Well, most of the rolls are automatic, but they're tied to whatever other account you had. You could probably readjust that if you kind of are calling like cutting losses, but otherwise I can manually add them. Oh, I do not want your teeth.
Dreams can be fun and weird sometimes. You ever have fun weird dreams?
What?
Fun weird dreams. You ever have
Fun weird dreams?
Yeah.
It depends, because like I know you, so your definition of and my definition probably differ quite a bit.
Like I had a dream recently that I went on a zip line down from like a clubhouse to a party. And when I got to the party, everyone was pretty well dressed and they were all happy to see me, but they were all of my dead relatives from my dad's side. Like my aunts were there, my grandma was there. They were all super happy to see me. And it was just like, that's weird. Interesting. Premonition-y. The weird part was it was only the dead ones, none of the living ones, just dead ones. And brain's funny sometimes. I see dead people in my dreams. What's your fun weird dream?
One weird dream? Mm-hmm. I don't dream very often, and if I do, I wake up remembering that I dreamed. But because your brain is just kind of wired to forget your dreams, I forget them pretty quick.
Yeah.
Though I had like, I even forgot it now, but I had a moment where like at work where I had a thought and it like was the trigger to remember like the whole dream, but then I forgot it again.
Yeah. You pretty much almost have to write it down the second.
That's actually, if you want to lucid dream, one of the recommendations is to keep a dream notebook. And the moment you wake up, write it down. You start training your brain to actually remember them, and when you start trying to train to remember it, it starts making it easier to become aware during your dreams.
Like the one last night, I don't remember much. I just remember it was kind of stressful, and I kind of remember the backdrop. But the one with the dead relatives, I remember that one really well. Probably because of the dead people. But, no, there's some I remember really well, most I don't. I remember the few times there was horses in here.
Wait, hello, Jelly. I don't know if I said this specifically. I feel like I woke up this morning. Yeah, I don't think I've had any account breaches. I've had accounts hacked, but almost all of them were for like they made a purchase. I had my account, like somebody made a $600 purchase on my credit card one time, but I just called my bank. They canceled the purchase and they gave me a new card. At least it was easy. I haven't had too much of a hellish situation in terms of account loss, but I'm also like pretty damn careful on stuff. I keep my I use a password manager that has like multiple levels to even potentially get into there. And then each of those passwords, I've already went through like every password I have out of everything, and all of them have been reset to super long random strings of random crap. I think I only have like 2 accounts maybe that aren't. So, no, it's, I'm extra careful on things. That's because there's certain things that if I were to suddenly lose access to the account, I am potentially out and screwed on a lot of things, and I just do not want to deal with that.
If I ever lost access to my email, that would be a bad day. I think there's been a few times, like I've mentioned the Denny's, and the time the March of Dimes took money from me, which was a heck of a day. They just took $500 from my account. Never talked to them. It's like the March of Dimes is coming for you.
You wanna give money to the Lord and Savior dime, right? Who's on the dime?
FDR.
Yeah, it's like our Lord and Savior Roosevelt.
He actually started the March of Dimes, the charity, and then they put him on the dime because of he wasn't on the dime. I think they had like the Mercury dime or something before that.
It's bad, man. Day one Discord and emails from when I was in middle school, even his emails from the military, and yet that's not enough to make a fuss about. I have had data loss from stuff before that it was a problem. Like I've had video stuff that I lost. That's actually I lost a lot for a while. I think I was able to recover it eventually, but I had a lot of my old pictures from like 20 something years ago that my only copies are gone, and that was devastating for a while. I kind of gave up on them, but then I ended up finding that I had accidentally made a duplicate of those files on a different drive, and so they're older, but it didn't matter because they were old files anyways. So I was able to recover them, and because of that is why I'm super careful, and like all the data I have on the server is like double redundant. I sadly have not set it up for cloud storage, but for unlimited cloud storage it's kind of expensive, and there's not, if you want to get it set up to where it just automatically syncs, you're talking like some buku buck. Like probably like the storage that me and Nightly were using before we got rid of it for because I have the fiber now, was $300 a year just to make it so that I could send him files and he could download them. That was it. I mean, they were large files. You're talking like a couple terabytes a year, but still, that was, I had the only unlimited solution that we could find. The cheapest we found was $200 a year, but it was such crap at one point that we had to change to a different one, and even at $300 it still was crap.
Is there a cowgirl outfit for Rarity? I feel like there should be one, like a super fancy
cowgirl. For Rarity?
Yeah.
Why for Rarity?
He likes fashion. Has all sorts of clothes. I work as a password manager. I can't remember.
We're at a point now in society that there's so many passwords from everywhere that if you don't have a password manager, you're kind
Just
of
remember your shit.
Well, no, it's having, if you have like say 40 accounts, yeah, which is easy.
You put them in a notepad and you save them in a folder.
Well, for one, that does kind of work, but if you ever lose your notepad, you're screwed.
Well, I'm talking about,
Oh, Nolan, thank you for
this. My grandma does. She has everything in like a huge notebook.
What I use
She old.
I use 1Password. I like 1Password because, so like you could say like, well, okay, so you have everything controlled under 1Password. Well, doesn't that like also can create a security risk? So how 1Password works is, if you want a computer that has access to that data, you can download the software or put it as a browser extension, but you can't access that until you have your master key, which they give you, and it is literally a random key that's like 30, 35, 40, I can't remember, characters long of random everything. that is the only way to get access to allow that device to access your account. Then every time you need to go and access your passwords for any reason, you have to put in your master password, and that's the one you control. The other one is, it actually says print this out and put it in a secure location, because this is how you add new devices. So on my phone, I had to put in the master one, my laptop, my tablet, all that. Now I don't have to enter that master key in every time, but it means that even if somebody gets my actual password, they can't do anything with it unless they either have a device, my device in their hand, or they get access to a computer that has that. But those are usually already with a different password in front of it. So that's why I like that, because I could just copy paste my password in somewhere and you wouldn't be able to do anything with it. And my phone has it, so like when I go to go to a website and I select somewhere in the login, it'll just come up and say open with one password, and then it has me like do a thumbprint or type in my master password, and then it will just say like, okay, we detect this site, fill in the info for you. Do you want us to? You can even fill in other information. If you have a form that requires like if you want to log into Delta requires like your ID, your name. No, it might be Delta. No, it's not Delta. It's actually something with my credit card. It actually requires 3 bits of information. I can tell it to remember all 3 of those. So it's not just like username and password. So no, it's nice. I haven't had any problem with them, and they are very big on security. And cost wise, I think it's like $1 a month. It's nothing. It's basically nothing.
You know what I think? I think it would be cute if Applejack was eating some of her cards.
No, that would be going into like goofy and stupid.
Really cute. Like, no. My favorite flavor is the diamond ones. She could be biting her hat or something and pulling on it with her. Like,
no, they're gonna be surprised. No, yeah, she's gonna be like surprised.
What? That she lost money?
Yeah, she's not a smart horse, but
clearly. She kicks trees for a living.
Is there Winona you can get? There is a Winona model, but I'm not gonna put Winona in here.
Ridiculous. I'm just like cocking her to the side, and she's like, I'm cute. You want to give me my money back? Guys,
Look at her. Look at her with them.
No. She got the cook out of her neck. No. No. Okay, that's dead. No.
We can do
Norse.
This is there. We can do
Mom, what's that? What are you doing?
I'm playing poker.
This is so excited. Oh, my goodness. So exciting.
Michael, I took her bandana away.
Did. Well, she doesn't really wear that bandana all that often in the show. I think she wore it once, and then they just put it on the Source Filmmaker model. And it was only for like the Sisterhood social episode. What is it? You need to pull up that picture of Ponies Can't Play Cards. That's one of my favorite pictures.
Ponies can't play cards?
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
It's like the best picture ever. The ponies are trying to hold cards, but they can't, and they're just covered in cards. They're screaming like, ah!
It's the best picture ever?
It's one of the best pictures ever, yes.
Is there Spike?
No.
Sure.
It's got Derby in it.
Oh, well, there you go.
But I love that picture. Just type into Google, anybody watching, ponies can't play cards, and you will see the picture I'm talking about. And it's amazing because ponies can't hold cards with their hooves.
because they have hooves. But I thought you said hooves are the best.
They are the best.
So how are they best if they can't hold cards?
Well, they can get a little device to help.
I don't know if I
Maybe.
want it to be up that much. I don't mind it being up a bit, but wow, jelly. Wow. I'll be getting that once my main PC is swiped and locking up like a Fort Knox. My mom wanted the new Hulu password, and I told her no until I got things 100% figured out. Yeah, I understood. That is the one thing that does suck about having a password manager, though. So a lot of apps for like logging into your TV have like a little scan thing where it'll like scan a QR code, then it'll go to the app to log in. But those that don't, there is no like password manager app on the TV, meaning that you'll have to actually open your phone to show you the password, and you have to type in the random assortment of crap. There's definitely some annoyances for it, but you can't have both security and simplicity. The simplest thing you could have is every password is 1, 2, 3, 4. That'd be the easiest, but at the same time, then you're horribly insecure.
4, 5.
So there's always a level of security that you or amount of convenience you're going to give up to have things be secure the way that you want. But I've liked 1Password. I haven't any problem with them. I've had them now for like about 2 years, maybe. Zero problems, no breaches that I'm aware of, but I guess that's, kind of the whole thing with that.
She looks like she's trying to hold the table like I've had too much to drink. This table's the only thing keeping me connected to Earth.
I could get them booze.
What's the new horse booze? Specifically horse booze.
Horse? Okay. If you were to give somebody to me cow booze, you'd think, oh, it's made of cows. So if there's horse booze,
yeah,
I'm assuming it's made of horse. Or
it's made for horse.
Is it branded by Elmer's?
It's made for horse.
That's glue.
It's not glue. You can't drink glue.
Well, hello, little Shy.
How's Shy
going?
tell him you can't drink glue?
You can. Anything can be consumed once. We went over
It's
this.
very chewy. Chewy drink.
Hello, Coaster. Hello, Flutter. Yes, Michael is wrong. You can drink glue. Don't.
Do not endorse the drinking of glue.
Sponsored by Elmer's.
Please, no. Applejack is holding onto that table.
Yes, hello, Paranoia. And hello, Vari. Let's jump scare. What is jump scare? What is with the jump scares? I see you found more ponies for the poster. Yeah. Kind of. I thought she was wearing a helmet at first. Well, we're working on the Western shot for the promo.
Applejack's gonna eat those cards. Those cards.
And working on a promo for Ciderfest, and it requires a whole bunch of different fantasy scenes. The way that, or for what I'm doing, so she's very confused.
She just realized she doesn't know how to count. What's the one with the squiggly lines that all face in the same direction? I don't remember that one. Big Mac told me once, but I told him to stop mathing at me. And then I kicked him in the shin and ran away.
Actually, she's looking down, but I feel like I need to have her neck further back. We're gonna pull that back a little bit. So what's Little Shy doing? You're doing editing, or you? Well, this is like jump scares. So like, you playing spookies?
It is spooky month. I gotta get my Halloween decoration out in the living room after this.
I have to. Ooh.
Oh, just like no numbers.
God darn it!
Turns out her parents are related after all. You try to eat your own nose. Dum dum dum, Donkey Kong Country. Dum dum dum.
Hey, she's a dirt horse. She needs to have she needs a flexible mouth so that she can reach and grab things because she can't pick up things with hooves. You've complained about that.
No, you can't play.
He was playing the new Mare Quest game.
Oh.
The new Mare Quest. That's been out for a while, or do they have an update?
No, I don't think so. It's still relatively new.
I said they have very little Halloween decor this year. I need to actually put myself out last year. I think I didn't actually get around to putting myself out until like a week before Halloween, and I actually like picked up some stuff. And this.
I'm gonna go get my Rainbow Dash.
Is it still decorated?
Yeah,
where is it?
In my room.
Okay, you've been sitting in the corner, don't you?
Yeah.
You know what you can do when you're up there?
What's that? Yeah, I'll go get his drinks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're bringing your whatever. Just dump that out and fill that back up.
Bring Rainbow Dash.
Little tartar sauce. There goes Applewood School Fund. Multiple times. They keep trying to fill it, and then they keep just taking the money. They do it because it's like maybe a tax deduction. This is for Applewood School. She needs a tractor for school. I do the hydrate, but I need to. Michael's gonna go get more booze. We went to Sociables this weekend, which is a local cidery, and he picked up some matcha cider. It's not super sweet cider. It tends to the stuff that's the Sociables makes is lower on the sugar side, so it tends to be a little more dry. But the matcha one is like an earthy cider. It's actually really good. But cheers on the glitter on the drink. That was a new game, MareQuest, an interactive tale, which came out a couple weeks ago. Wait, does Michael know about this? Oh. Oh no. I think you have done something very wrong. If I show this to Michael, this is gonna go this is not, no. I think this might be bad. I mean, okay. I think we'll show it to him, but he's gonna freak out. Oh, thank you for the follow, Barry. Don't make him know his stuff. This Disco Elysium streams. He'll never leave his room again. Why would he need to? No, he'll finish them. He's actually said he's very much enjoying the game, so. I think she's looking at it. Yeah, let's put her towards the cards. No, I'll get to the dehydrates when we have more booze. Started a little early, and Dr. Pepper with apple whiskey was very fast. Oh my. I like when we have accessories, but I don't like when it's like, oh, look, I ever so slightly bent them forward. Well, guess that accessory's gone. This is an older model. I mean, you can probably just fix it by... No, you can't even fix it. Oh, no, okay. I bet you if I do this and then I do, like... this. No. Nope, it's just gonna be broken. And I fix it by doing, like, a left or right thing? Nope. Alright. So it's either gonna be broken... or I don't use that bone. Oh, I can do that. Okay, good. Well, she's just shorter in that area now. She's not going to be really visible from here, so it's fine. I go put a waste paper basket in his head, grab a mop handle, and go forth on a quest to protect the Marys. No, that sounds like more work because he would have to do before getting two mares. He might know about the game, but just decided he was going to stream it or something. I'll have to check. I'm actually kind of curious on that. I feel like Michael not knowing that exists is weird, because it's Michael. He like, I thought like when the day it would release, he'd probably wake up in a cold sweat just thinking they're a Maz. I require their attention. Against peace. Oh, I see. Oh, what's her head now? Wait, did I fix her eyes? Her eyes are not fixed yet. I gotta do that. It's hard to tell. Actually, you're probably not gonna tell on the stream, but her eyes have the LOD issue. So if you look at these eyes, these two are very, very sharp. They look like equivalent pixelation with everything around it, but this one looks fuzzy. Like not quite clear. I don't know if it's going to pop up through the stream. And that's because these don't have a property set to ignore LOD. LOD being level of distance, meaning that the farther things away from the camera it is, the lower the texture quality. Great for games, not needed for this. So I have to actually go into her model and fix that. I'm going to guess that these are VN models. I went to the wrong one. This is Cherry Jubilee. There it is. So I need to go to her eyeball. No, pupil left. And pupil right. Yep. So it's just no map, no level of detail. Save. Close. Oh, there it is. There. Okay. No map, no level of detail. Save. Close. And now. I can probably show a good example of this. Up close. Okay. So this is the difference. So you can see this is really fuzzy on the edges. Where if on this one, you can see it's nice and crisp. That's what the difference is. So the model itself, you just don't want a texture that suddenly just seems out of place. So that got rid of that fuzziness and made it nice and crisp. It works really well for games for decreasing memory usage for things that are less important. I can do the water. Hello, Northlight. Coming in on your bedroom door at 5 o'clock in the morning, screaming, the mayor's today, the mayor's release. No, because he wouldn't get up early for horses. I think if he's able to sleep, he's going to sleep. He needs his beauty sleep. Choose Norlight. Actually been really bad about drinking water today, so that's good. But yeah, so that's just you're curious, that's what the difference is between those two. Now it's nice and crisp. She's actually I should have Applejack. I'm gonna do a little bit of surprise, but otherwise sad. And then I like the idea that she like just bet the whole farm. And now we're like, I mean, it stays in the family, I guess. That's nice. There. Looks like it needs to go a bit further back. There. Not sure. I'm gonna put more wide. Oh no, not more wide. Put these down, it tends to help a little bit for this like freaking out look, and then we'll just add a little bit of sad. Okay, that looks a little bit more desperate. There's static prop that I keep selecting here. No, I don't want booze. Stop selecting booze. Booze is good, but no select. I like. Yeah. Oh, maybe. I'd rather not have it in front of her. Gravity wise, it actually should be more like this. So I'll do that. Okay. Oh yeah, Cherry Julie is way too happy about losing. I don't know what did she lose? She bet her husband. Actually, maybe that's why she's happy. Did I make her? Yeah, okay, give her that one. So I'm gonna keep this one. She's just gonna be more surprised, not as much like. Wait. These have the old naming for, or I don't even know if this is old naming. This is like different naming for the eyebrows. And there we go. I wish they would not color the eyebrows, just put black eyebrows on. You can't do quite the same facial expressions. That is terrifying just to walk into a room with. Where's your booze? He's got my booze.
You'd be happy as long as I'm not here. Look, guys! It's a rainbow dash! Nice in the sky!
No.
Yeah? Beautiful.
What's on the butt?
Jail!
What's this thing?
This is jail!
No, this is like it's like a net.
No, look at that part. Fix it. Look, take it down. Look! Ooh. Okay, she's fine. This is ready for Halloween.
No, she did. Michael, did you feed her?
Guys, I'm doing fantastic.
Did you feed her while she's in the closet?
Get her freeze.
I feel like you forgot to feed her.
100% cooler, guys. I need boobs. Give me boobs.
Oh man, let's see in the short. Where'd you get? He made it. He found a skeleton horse and then he bought it a wig and he bought it a halo.
She's
Because why would she have a halo? No, you got the wings and the tail and everything. He just made a Rainbow Dash.
No, this is Rainbow Dash.
Yeah,
This is
cheers Nolan on the first. Yeah, I agree with that.
E5 Rainbow Dash.
She dead.
Yay! You guys think G5, right? Oh, an honest opinion.
There. How's that?
Rainbow Dash. What happened here? She's like, same thing that happens to all of us, Applejack. Except for Twilight.
Yeah, it's finally gone. Gonna cash out on that life insurance. I can finally afford to buy a comb.
Yeah.
You have any idea how expensive Rainbow Dash's life insurance is?
It's like,
It costs more than the return.
I died pretty young. So much cider. I had to be by my horse one. If you're wondering where the horse skeleton came from Target. I was made aware of the horse skeletons.
If I remember right, somebody sent it in a chat, and literally, you that day ran over.
Showed up. I went to 2 different Targets.
I remember you doing that.
%more spooky, 40% more kooky. Love that the jaw moves. If you could set up some sort of like remote mechanism, it'd be so cool.
You're the electrician.
It wouldn't be that hard, no.
Then why are you saying if I set up?
It's a vague. Like if anybody did.
It's not too hard to just set up like a small, simple servo. I just wanted a repeat. You don't even need a servo.
Well, you'd want
Just put a hamster on a wheel.
You'd want to set it up to like respond on some sort of audio, like a speaker and the servo.
Yeah. So you know that Twilight one that walks and talks? Just yank that out. Done.
Bah.
Plus, you have your 2 Christmas horses too, but they're loud.
Just because they're right outside your window. Bite the finger.
I think Michael actually had motivation. He could accomplish anything.
I'm motivated to do a lot of stuff. Most of it is fixing up the house right now. And I'm making booze.
What are you doing tomorrow?
My game stream.
No, you're not.
Oh, no, the game with friends.
Yeah, we're doing a bonfire.
We're doing a bonfire.
And then Thursday, you're doing a game stream. Then Friday, you're here.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, you're playing board games.
Yeah.
So, oh, wow, you're so busy playing board games and video games and sitting in front of a fire pit.
Yes, that is things that are scheduled all the same. But yes, I am busy. I don't have... If I had downtime, I'd be playing... what is it? Starfield. But I barely had any time to play that game.
Yeah, last night I was able to catch up on doing some Deep Rock stuff, and I should way too close for that. I didn't. That was about it. I think. I don't think I played. Did I play anything else? No, I think it was just Deep Rock. No, I played something else, I think. Oh yeah, Michael, we caught
MiraQuest.
Did you see
Interactive Tale? That is new. That's the new MiraQuest.
Yeah, see,
there is a new MiraQuest.
Now
they got 2 games now.
This one's a bit...
Why aren't we doing that right now? No. Why aren't you playing this game and doing nothing else?
Michael, looky. Oh, it's a crystal.
No, he lost his power.
Well, Michael is a mayor.
How does MiraQuest have 2 games now?
It came out 3 weeks ago. Oh, there's so many mares.
Mares.
Wait, look at Michael. Look at all those mares. You're wearing socks.
That one's go. That one got socks. That one's scared but got socks.
I don't even need the audio.
There's so many socks.
There's
more ponies with socks than without socks.
There's words like, oh my god, look at all, there's so many mares, Michael.
So many mares.
There's snoot. Do you see them?
Where's suckers?
You see them? They're doing the snooty thing.
Doing the scrunchies.
Yeah, there's scrunchies.
Cuddle pile. Oh no.
Oh no.
I have a cuddle pile. Smooches and kisses. Smooches and kisses. Smooches.
Michael.
MiraQuest.
Michael, look at wow. New Mare is asking some really deep question. I never thought of that before. From Risky Crack.
Risky, I don't know.
Or from Barry. Whoa. Why am I side of a portrait?
Why aren't you doing this right now?
Yeah, there's still some of this, but look at there's a spooky. That's a mare.
So it still does the over top down thing. So it feels like it's an addition. It's like a more complete version.
They have a Blubber Haze.
Guys, I'm not going to be able to play any Starfield for a while. I'm gonna be playing this game and streaming it non-stop.
Chat said that I shouldn't show this to you because the moment you see this means you're never going to play Disco Elysium again. What was I going here for?
I feel like I'm pretty close to finishing Disco Elysium.
I want to hear for something,
but I do need
now
to
I
stream
forgot what I was doing.
There's no way I can play that and not stream it. People would be depressed. Maybe I should go stream it right now and steal your entire crowd. Mm-hmm. It would absolutely come watch me.
Except for you do know that I control the internet and I can literally disconnect your computer. Like digitally and physically.
I control an undead of Rainbow Horse. I'm gonna test its powers. No. Go cry now.
Oh, wow, so threatening.
It's like, I am a cosmic being of ultimate power. No.
My snoops.
My snoop. Oh, it's okay. I hug.
Michael and Mares. Well, yeah, and Michael, he wants me to raid you after this. So after this,
I have things to do.
No, you said you got nothing.
I have to help you. Then I have to prep.
Well, the stuff you had to tell me would take like 10 minutes.
And then I do have to do the mead thing.
Yeah, that's like 10 more minutes.
That is not. That's the rest of the night.
Where he had a lot of stuff to do this weekend, but then he made a mistake and it cost him most of his weekend.
I know that was like that happened between 8 to 2. The rest of the time was spent.
8 to 2.
Yeah, that was it.
Is a total of 6 hours.
One day.
6. You took up the majority of one day.
Yes, not the entire weekend. The rest of it was scheduled around your stuff.
Oh yeah, I needed another dehydrate on that. Jelly. Cheers in here.
I'm gonna feed her this. It's hers. It's hers now. Here, let's push it in there.
I feel like she's not sad enough.
You can kind of give her a blue tongue. Isn't that creepy? Like, blah.
Stop destroying my stuff to make horse be weird.
Weird horse. Rainbow death. Look, you guys can't see it, but she's got eyelashes. They're sparkly eyelashes. Is she a lady horse? But she's got a halo because she's dead.
Is that just wearing a cape?
No, she's not wearing a cape. She just has a tail.
How's the tail? How does the hair survive that long?
Huh? It's magical.
There's like nothing on the bone. Like that isn't just a skeleton. Normally, a normal skeleton, there would be something left after a few hundred years. Like, no, it's just clean bone. Like, somebody bleached it.
They didn't bury me. They just kind of tossed me on the sidewalk.
Oh, if you're tiara, no, it's not tiara. It's a halo.
It's spooky time. I love spooky time. Spooky time is my favorite time of the year.
It is one of mine. Like, I haven't decided yet. Well, actually, we needed to figure that out because technically this is spooky month.
It's a spooky month.
And we're playing the Divinity. So no, Halloween's on a Tuesday, and we actually have a lot of trick-or-treaters that can come by, and I kind of like doing that. So I'm considering like adjusting the stream day so that I can like hand out candy to trick-or-treaters. I haven't figured that out yet.
I just realized the head pivots too. Brr. It's so stupid. I want to get a drink.
Yeah, you've just been sitting there playing with the horse. Oh, thank you for the foul feign. Apparently got rated over on the side. So yeah, yes, you did. Yeah. Been a little while. Make sure you have enough candy for the kiddos. I have not picked up any candy yet. I definitely should do that soon, probably. But I need to put out the Halloween decorations, but it might take a little bit before I can get to that. I really need to do that because I say that and then it keeps taking it longer. But this week is so busy for stuff that it's just. But it's good stuff. I'm gonna move for cards. I feel like if he won. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I went and like downloaded the chip model. Only is mostly dead at my place. Are there some kids going around at your places? When I was at the last place we were kind of in a smaller neighborhood that was like it was a dead end of a dead end. So while there was a decent amount of people that live in that area, most of them were older. So during Halloween, even if I had my light on, not a single kid stopped by. Now we moved to an actual house and there's a lot of actual kids in the neighborhood. I think last year we probably had about 20-25 groups come by of kids.
Mm-hmm. It's still not very many.
No, but it was also like not one of the first Halloweens that really since the pandemic that things were fully open. Mm-hmm. So there's that too. But yeah, we actually had a decent amount that stopped in. So and I have very pleasant memories from going around for Halloween and trick-or-treating, and so I feel like it's paid forward or it's at the paid forward bit. Some people spent that time to make kids have fun. I feel like I should do my part now too.
Give out full candy bars are great if you only have like a few dozen kids at most.
No, yeah, and full candy bars can be nice. Actually, there was a lot of adults that came to the door with their kid too. Understandable. I feel like it would be nice to have like things for them too. Like you can have like some White Claws and some beers and just be like, do you want one?
You want to get drunk while leading your kids around?
If they're with a kid, more than likely they're 21. No,
that could get you in trouble.
No, most of the time.
Handing out beers to strangers.
No, it's not a problem. You can't sell it.
You can't verify their age.
Yeah, but
what if it's like the older brother and he looks like their dad?
No, usually you can pretty much tell if somebody's 21. A lot of the people that came by last time were definitely in their like late 30s, early 40s. So they're my peeps. When they come up and they're like radical bro, I'm like, that definitely in their 40s.
Yeah.
Nobody says that anymore.
Are you hip with the kids? That man is at least 40 years old. And he is hip with the kids, just like me. My hip hurts. Darn kids. It would be cool if we could like get him to come around to the back of the house, but that sounds kind of creepy at the same time.
So yeah, but when I went trick or treating years ago, there was actually a guy that had built like a tiki bar in his backyard, and he had a thing that said go around the backyard, but they had a large walk area around their house, and they had the tiki bar and a fire pit set up, and then they had it where they'd give candy back there. They said there they would not do any booze or anything for anybody as a public thing because they didn't want to have it being a congregation thing. Yeah. But yeah, that was where they gave candy stuff. It's a little harder here because around the side of the house is very dark on the one side, and the other one's not very big by the tree.
You would have to light it.
Yeah. Treatment to cut down the candy robbery traffic. I do like the idea of giving out full-size candy bars. I would like to do that, but that is still costly, and especially with all this stuff at the house that's went on this year, I don't feel like putting that kind of an investment.
You know what? Thing. We can make our own candy.
Oh no, I don't. Yeah, let's not
look suspicious at all.
Yeah, when kids come up and you are scraping the cookie off of the right out of the oven.
Cookie?
No, like because you can't give any candy to somebody that isn't pre-wrapped.
loose taffy. That is what we will give them.
Yeah, like if you open it up and be like, all right, kids, I had to cut the discount. I cut all the Snickers into 15 pieces. I lost a couple of them.
Don't worry, I checked the candy for razor blades before I gave it out. That's why they're unwrapped.
These candy bars are at least 98% hypodermic needle free. Hopefully there's not 50 kids.
Hello, kitties. Do you want to see my ponies? Yes, that'll go over well. Come inside and listen to me rant about the lackings of G5.
So, what is your favorite horse, child?
Thinking of better days.
If you give the wrong answer, you'll never see our parents again.
Like, well, I like Brayburn. It's like, you're never going to see your parents again.
Come on back. I have the fancy candy.
Yes.
I actually had one kid that when they came to the door last time, I was going through the candy and I wanted to give him some, but it was like a young kid. And I had Whoppers, and I was like, "Oh no! If you don't like Whoppers, I take that back." He goes, "No, give me as many Whoppers as you can." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "My grandpa likes them." I'm like, "Aw." The kid is like looking to get candy for their grandpa. That was actually pretty cool. No, it was. I don't know. I like Halloween. It's a fun holiday, and but it's a holiday that I feel like is definitely for kids, where they can just.
It's for kids and young adults.
Yeah, it's for them, just some people that go out and just F around and have some fun. And I have so many pleasant memories of it that it's I like the idea of participating. In my last place, I just couldn't.
I would say it's for kids, young adults, and super old people. Because for kids, it's about getting the candy. For young adults, it's about the parties. For the old people, they love giving out candy and seeing all the kids. We're like in that place where we're too tired to party, and kids aren't that cute. So, like, yeah, I'm gonna go inside and drink, and then watch Ernest Scared Stupid on repeat.
If I remember right, last year. It was you and Adam spent almost the entire time playing Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, because we were waiting for kids that didn't show up.
No, we had all the kids.
There weren't that many kids. There were a couple kids.
Yeah, I think we had, compared to the last place where I had a total of 0.
Yeah.
I thought we had quite a few kids by comparison.
I just remember going to my grandparents and handing out candy, and it was a non-stop. It was kind of like.
Oh yeah, when we
madness.
It depends on the size of the neighborhood. We have a decent sized neighborhood, but we're still at the entrance to it. But it also depends on how long you're running. And I think last year was also still like the iffy time.
Yeah.
And it just depends on the neighborhood, like how many kids are there. Every year's a little different.
Well, if you're a good neighborhood, like people will drive up from outside of the neighborhood.
We had one of those. We called it the new development because we had our neighborhood, but then after a certain road that was kind of like a one road going in, that was all the newer houses. But there was a certain area you could go to that was definitely bigger houses, and they would give out the full size candy bars. And so yes, we would always go to that street. It would take a little bit, maybe biking, but we would bike to places because that was the quickest way to get places to get candy.
I used to do a huge rotation at the trailer park I lived in, and there was another trailer park right next to it that I would go through. And as soon as I went through it all, I'd try to go through again, but I would be one of the last kids to stop trick-or-treating. And I would realize it was only time to go home when I would knock on somebody's door and go trick-or-treat, and they'd be like, "Kid, it's 11 o'clock at night. Go home." And then I'd go home. Because my parents didn't really walk me around after a certain age. That age being like 8. With my family.
I feel like I almost need to build a different stack of chips. This looks good. I like it, but it's all the same color chip.
Yeah, they're just playing for fun.
I feel like if I keep this, I would want to reskin these to match. Because these ones look different.
Mm-hmm. They do.
just seems weird having like all a single colored chip. More than likely this shot is going to be kind of in a sepia filter anyway. I think I can add that.
My parents let me go out on my own trick-or-treating. They didn't really watch us or anything. They're like, have fun, try not to get murdered. And then when we got back, they would let us just basically plow into our candy until we were sick and passed out from early onset diabetes. But then my mom, in her one act of like parental supervision, would make a point to eat some of our candy, stating each time she did that she was checking it for it was safe
by consuming it.
Yes. Like, I want to make sure this piece is safe. It's like, okay.
My father definitely went out because like I didn't like Whoppers when I was younger. So
I still hate Whoppers. Whoppers are the worst.
I used to, but it's not Whoppers, it's malt. I really like malt, and Whoppers are literally malt.
No, Whoppers are. They're disappointing milk duds. That's what Whoppers
milk duds are like chewy.
Yeah, I like chewy candy.
No.
Yes.
It's past 2:30 a.m. Skedaddle. Well, thank you for popping in, fans, and talking. Very much enjoy it. Well, last we had 2 or 3 groups over. Yeah, that's at that point it kind of feels like, eh. But no, we had a lot of little kids. There was, I'd have to say, maybe half of them were under 10. Quite a few. There was definitely some that were the protective parents. Like when we were younger, my parents weren't protective. Like we would be as a group of like 2 to 4 kids, but they would just stand to the street. There was a lot of kids that walked right up to the door and stuff, but that's again understandable. It's their kid. And they give them the almond joys. See, that's why like if I'm getting candies, I try to pick the ones like the kids are gonna want. I understand. So when I went and did the candy though, like I didn't be like, and here's a piece for you. I knew that we were gonna have extra candy left over. So every kid that came by, I grabbed like a half a handful. Because if you're not gonna give a full size candy bar, if you give them like a whole bunch, that's the same to a kid. A large number and a large size are the same thing. You know, just give lots of stuff. So I'll do that. And mixing in a Whopper or 2 here and there, it's probably going to the parents. No, you're giving the parents candy too.
No, they're not. That's not about them.
You know what? I'm just gonna save some time. I'm just gonna drop the White Claw in their bag.
In the kid's bag.
Yeah.
It's for the parents. That's for your mom. It's just like, okay.
It's for your mom. Don't have that.
If you want to give
Applejack.
If you want to give, she's lost on the farm. She literally bet the farm. Like Greg gonna be so pissed. No, like if you want to give cheaper candy that kids actually want, do not give children hard candy. Period. If you're the person who gives away hard candy on Halloween, the children quietly hate you.
So what is what you would think the number one candy to give a kid?
It's kind of depending, like anytime.
Nope. What is, if you could only pick one candy to put in your bowl to give to kids, what would you do?
Dots.
Not a bad choice. Actually, dots were one of the ones I really enjoyed.
They kind of stick to your teeth, but
yeah, but when you're a kid, you're just gonna pull out the one you're gonna replace anyway.
You know what I would really like is like those peach rings or apple rings.
If that's all I got the whole time, I don't know so much.
Yeah, but if I found some of those in my bag, I'd be pretty happy.
Like my favorite candy was the small little Reese's peanut butter cups. It was Reese's peanut butter cup, but I know not everybody's into peanut butter. If I had to pick the winning candy, the little crunch bars.
Sure.
Because you can't go wrong on crispy chocolate.
Yeah.
Reese's is a god tier, yes, but there are some. It feels like Reese's is god tier, but then you're gonna get some people that they literally like can't have peanut butter or something. Though I don't know how much there's actually peanut in Reese's.
Well, the thing about I like to more
Jawbreakers because I hate kids.
Yeah.
The great thing is they have 2 purposes. You can give them the kid if they're behaving, and then you can throw it at them if you need them to get off your lawn. You pick Starburst. Ooh.
Starbursts are good.
Starbursts are good.
Any fruit Tootsie Rolls. The fruit ones are really good.
If you really want to be God tier, ring pops.
No.
They're horrible.
Yes.
But a kid, it's a gimmick. And kids love gimmicks.
It's a gimmick. And it's like, hey, look, a ring pop, fun. And then you start eating it and you're like, this is dumb. And my hand is sticky.
Yeah, I know. But you're a kid, you don't care.
You do a little bit after you've been at it for
What if you drop
5 minutes and there's more candy to eat.
Can of Mountain Dew?
The parents probably going to be like, you know what? It's all right. Yeah, sure.
No, I wouldn't do that because their bag, if they have a paper bag and it's cold, it's going to probably cause it to rip.
Yeah.
No, I would think that if you're talking best middle ground, a Crunch Bar is the best. No, but you're probably not going to find anybody that wouldn't like it.
I don't dislike chocolate, but I definitely enjoy.
No, but as a kid, you don't care it's sugar. But I would say like if the God tier is, if I had to pick the one that you're going to get the most, like, yes, it's definitely going to be
I will
Reese's.
agree. If you hate kids, give them a jawbreaker. If you want to hurt a child, give them sugar babies.
No, if you hate kids, you give them carrots.
No, that means you like care about their health.
No, it's because you're an asshole. You do not give carrots to a bag if you're not an asshole.
I kind of like carrots.
Yeah, okay, but if you're out there getting candy, it's trick or treat. Carrots are not a treat.
I do remember some people giving apples.
Do you think if you went to somebody's house and they had fresh baked cookies?
That'd be kind of a hassle.
It's a hassle. But if you were the person in the neighborhood that everybody knew had it, so like let's say instead of going to the front door, you left your garage door open and the kids can go there and just munch on it right there. I would think you would have to be very trusted in your neighborhood.
You'd have to be the old lady who lives out the road and is really friendly with everybody.
But
everybody
like,
knows.
Like if they were dressed like a witch and they were like pulling out of their like stew,
that would
like
be
cookies.
fun. But it's like you said, you'd have to be like the trusted.
You would have to be where everybody knew you. But I think that would be fun. But they would have to kind of have it right there.
Yeah.
Because you can't like shove a cookie in a.
You put it in a bag, it's gonna be a mess in your bag.
You give them those fiber chews. Old people stay regular.
If you want to hurt a child, and my parents bought them all for me all the time when I was a kid, and I never knew why. And I even saw them in my trick or treat bag a few times. Sugar babies, sugar daddies.
Those are
the single worst candy on planet Earth.
Yeah,
anywhere.
I don't think they're even good.
No, they're not.
They're just sugar.
No, they're meant to fuse your jaw shut and try to rip your teeth out of your head. That is the only purpose. How those things still exist is beyond me, because I feel like a lawsuit would have come after them at some point. Like, give me the carrot. Give me the fiber chews. Do not give me sugar babies or sugar daddies.
I feel like kind of same. Like I like Jolly Ranchers, but I also feel like
it's hard candy again.
Yeah, but those ones, if you bite into them, they can be just as bad.
They can be bad, not as bad.
Not as bad, because they kind of sneak up on you. Yeah, I had to agree. Like personally, as a kid when I was younger, the two candies that I would have enjoyed the most in the bag are Reese's Peanut Butter Cups and Dots.
Yeah.
The little like ones where you only got like 4 dots.
Yeah.
And then you get the one that had like 4 greens in it.
I guess you liked the greens.
No, the greens were lime. They were stupid.
No, lime's delicious.
No. But if that's all you got in there, that's stupid. No, you got to get the orange and the pink. Those are the best.
I think you're giving lime a pretty bad rap.
Yes, I am, because it's a bunch of crap.
No, I think the whole hard candy thing, it's just old people who remember, like, I used to get 5 pieces of candy when I was a kid down the old dirt road we went trick-or-treating on. And I would suck on that piece of candy for 3 days. And it's like, okay, Nolan. Candy corn is actually pretty good.
No, candy corn is horrible, and you're a horrible person.
Candy corn, it's not the best candy in the world.
I'm going to lose all respect for you very soon here.
Candy corn, I will. If you give me a bag of candy, if you had like a small bag of candy corn, they dropped it in my bag Halloween Day, I would be happy with it. I put it basically on the same tier as baseline Tootsie Rolls, which I think are good. I have no problem with Tootsie Rolls. I have no problem with candy corn. He's not going to talk to me for weeks.
So I want to have a deck of cards, but I don't want to have the deck of cards be I don't want to have it be a perfect stack of a deck of cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the whole deck. Okay, so it's not grabbing the other card. I might have to do one. I'll just delete this card first. Okay. We're just going to take this card and we're going to rotate it. Oh, because they were duplicates. That's why. Okay, we're just going to do this. There we go. And I'm just going to shift it ever so slightly like that. Okay. That's all. Now we're going to build a deck of cards, and that will be a future thing. Okay, so there's 2 cards. Four cards.
Stack it.
Exponential growth.
Look at you.
No,
card stacker.
The secret is going to be that first action I did. My dad loved Halloween. He would hand make flavored popcorn balls, rock candy, and candy apples. My mom baked lots of sugar cookies. Yeah, that's cool. I just can see it being difficult if they're not prepackaged, because some parents are going to, and understandably, have issue with anything that's not packaged.
Actually, rock candy, I think you could get away with, because one, it's super easy to make. It's on a stick. As long as you put it inside of something, because it's the kind of candy you get at a carnival, and it's always going to be haphazardly packaged, like a ribbon, like a cheap plastic bag and a ribbon. Right?
All right, so now all these cards, you can see they kind of wobble a little bit here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select probably, let's say right here, just a bit of time, and I'm going to use stagger. And so what stagger does is it takes time and it shifts it all the selection a little bit left and right from this point. Well, because right at the middle here, everything's in a transition point, it means that everything now moves ever so slightly left and right. Mm-hmm. So you can see now it's no longer a perfect stack. So yeah, so stagger will, and it's a little harder to see here, but it will say like, let's shift first model to here, and then the second model to here, and the other one will keep there, and then the next one here and here and here and here and here. But because this is a moving point, now it means that at that point everything's a little bit goofy. So it should be, depending on how you zoom this, you can still see it kind of moves, but they move and then restack together because at the beginning and end they're still together. But here it's not. So now I'll just go and play head, and voila, a random looking stack of cards.
Nifty.
Work smarter, not harder. And I don't really care too much, because if you had a perfect stack there, it probably wouldn't see much. Having it ever so slightly different just means that you're not going to have a perfect sheen of a wall in terms of lighting. It's all about just breaking it up. And well, there's no lighting yet, but
Mom and Dad hosted several Halloween fairs at our grade school. Dad built carnival type games and dartboards, rotary wheels. Your dad was very handy. Beanbag, throw, etc. Simple prizes. Mom was those kids loved it all. Well,
I feel like nowadays it's really hard to do fun things with kids that you don't know personally. Like if you wanted to have a fun event at your house, like so when kids popped up that you could like come out and be like haha, and like in your garage or something. Yeah. I feel like there's still gonna be some parents that are fine with it, but you're gonna get that couple that it just makes it so now you're putting a liability on yourself that people can take advantage of, and it's stupid. When some of the stuff I have is just to like have some fun in the front yard. Like I have I got like an outdoor little LED light that I can do like orange on the wall, and then I bought some tombstones off of Etsy because all the ones you can buy in the store are foam and a bunch of crap. So I went and actually got like wood ones, and I got these little like wood or small little garden wall things they're actually made for gardens, but they look like little like miniature gates for a cemetery. And since I have a little place outside with a bunch of mulch, I just would put all the tombstones out there with the little gate on it. And then I have some like bones that I would mix around with it, and just some fun little stuff as you're pulling up this. So it's not just like, oh, hey, look, there's this house that somebody just decided while they're watching Wheel of Fortune to give you some candy. I like the ones where people put at least a little effort in, but then there's those people that put in some crazy effort. And the stuff you can buy at the store nowadays with these like enormous like moving mechanical things, they're expensive. Like you can spend $1,000 on some of that stuff. I don't know where the hell you put it the rest of the year.
I just went outside. Just the word taxes. Come on.
No, because then somebody's gonna think that you're gonna like charge their kid like every
tax.
So here's your candy and a 10% off for TurboTax.
Hey man, that's actually pretty good. I'd take that.
10%. My bank
10%?
gets more than that.
Off?
Yeah.
Off of your loan?
TurboTax?
Oh, I'm thinking TurboTax. I was thinking of Rocket Mortgage. I don't know what I was thinking of Quicken Loans. My brain was in a different place. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I was thinking of loan when you said bank. Ignore me.
I'm going to take the very top card because more than likely, the way I see it is if you had like a bunch of cards here and they had dealt, the top cards are probably going to be ever so slightly skewed a little bit more than the others because you put them down and then move your hand off, and they are hooves. So technically, yeah, they're hooves. I would think that they don't shuffle. They just say, okay, shove them in the pile. Then they shake the table a bunch and call it good. That's how we got his royal flush.
Don't feel bad. The writers of My Little Pony often forget that the horses have hooves.
I got the idea from a combination of Halloween fairs that they had back in the old days of West Virginia and the traveling carnivals. It was a safe Halloween event for kids, and the kids had a lot of activities and formed lasting memories. Yeah, and no, for the kids don't care. It's getting parents to trust you. But again, if people know you in the neighborhood and you have that trust, then it's perfectly fine. It's just I feel like you wouldn't be able. You would have to like work up to something like that, or you could go door to door, or if you hand out flyers. Surprisingly, just handing out flyers and saying you're going to do something like that is surprisingly a lot of trust. It's surprising parents with something at the door that you don't want to do.
If I had an aunt who I loved. Aunt.
You give me crap for that, and you said aunt.
Yeah, I say aunt, and
it's ankle. It's aunt and ankle.
Aunt and ankle, and I loved her. I did, but if she was like baking cookies in a garage, I'd be warning children away from that. She was off.
But that's just the definition of a witch.
Yeah. Oh no, stupid face.
Well, stupid face. How about this one? Is that a stupid face?
Rude.
Or is that with this one?
Go face.
This one? Or how about
that's pretty
this
stupid.
one?
No, not that one. That one's good.
Or how about this one again?
That's cutie.
What about?
That's stupid. Right there.
How is this stupid?
Look at it.
How is this one different than this one?
That one's a cutie.
This one's scared. This one, okay, so these two people saw a picture of you.
Yeah, well, that one's messed in the head. That one's cute.
This is why they're scared. Okay. Oh, brush, close that. All right. Save that. Actually, we're doing really good on RAM.
Rayburn finds out that in Granny's will, if Applejack and Big Macintosh and Applebloom all pick the bucket, he's fourth in the will. He's like, yeehaw! I just got off my cousins.
You just got off your cousins?
No, he's got to off his cousins.
Mm-hmm.
I want to watch it. He wants.
Oh, Michael.
He's in the will.
Look at all these stallions.
Stallions gonna get away.
Look at they're smooching.
Stop smooching. No smooching.
They're definitely smooching.
Yeah, this is why none of them.
Wait, I don't have it ready. Oh wait, no. I made an export of it.
No, I responded to your thing in the chat.
Where did I put it?
I don't know. It probably burnt up because you were using it for ill purposes.
There it is.
No.
No smooching.
There we go.
No smooching.
I responded to that in the chat. The appropriate
Oh, no
response.
smooching. Oh, no
Have you watched any more of that
Oh, no smooching.
recently? I know Adam's been watching it.
No, because I.
No.
Good show.
No.
I have been focusing on
No smooching.
Stargate, so I haven't.
All right.
No smooching. No smooching.
There we go. Yeah, we're good.
Well, then
No, I'll catch up.
they
That
need to
some
stop
point.
smooching. You said so. No smooching.
Come on.
No smooching. No smooching.
Wait.
Smooching. Smooching. Smooching.
He's definitely saying smooching.
You're using it wrong.
Well, he said yes. We need more. Smooching.
No smooching.
Wow.
This is a family show. And this
I thought I
there's three of
renamed
them.
this.
They're twins.
So this is gonna be
Triplets.
Doctor
twins.
Doctor Smooches.
No smooching. See, even no one doesn't want these.
No
tiny
smooching.
There
I like the
was definitely
darkness.
smooching though. What? Okay, what? We need a horse.
A good one. Good horse.
So what gender is this horse? That is good.
Yes, there's good and bad.
This is good and dead.
That's why MareQuest knows what's up. It's just Mare.
So you're gonna go buy the game like the moment you walk up.
Oh yes, I'm absolutely gonna go buy that.
Rarity.
And then I have to stream it at some point.
Okay. Oh. That didn't last long. I might have that save file be a little too big.
How about you stop what you're doing and start playing it now? It's not like you're pressed for time or anything. To get this video done. Eh?
I'll get it done. And if I don't, I'm volunteering it, so whatever. A con that I've never asked anything for, I'm doing something for free. What are they gonna do?
Be disappointed. It's like, I'm sorry, children, but the school trip is canceled. The bus driver who volunteered his time said, F it, those kids ain't done shit for me.
No, it's just I don't have a requirement. I'm not like I have no obligation.
Yes.
Other than I said I would do my best. But I'm gonna try my best to do it.
Rarity's a good horse. Yeah, you don't use Rarity nearly enough.
I'm doing it because they asked me to.
Yeah. You have Crocs.
Horse Crocs?
Is there a Crocs model?
I'm not gonna. No, not for horses.
What do you mean not for horses? Crocs fit all sizes.
I bet you that it exists, though. No,
That really only there's 30 pages.
no,
Oh, never mind.
no. I can put per
It started
page.
with a K though. Doesn't Crocs start with a K?
I don't think so. No. Well, they just
I'm really surprised there's
CROC.
not a Crocs model.
Shoes are more easier. Crocs, you'd have to make all the holes and then round them and whatever. All right, so we have rarity. So what is rarity doing?
She's a marshmallow. And you know what marshmallows good with? Cocoa. So get cocoa.
Oh, so I put her in a boiling pit of water.
No,
That's brown.
It's a horse.
No, you said cocoa.
By the name of Coco.
No, I like this plan though.
You have them smooth.
I have so many like already done animations of horses boiling in liquids. It'd be super quick.
No, you don't need another one. You got plenty.
I mean, if we want me to make a unique and new boiling in liquid animation, I can. But
No.
any idea what horse do?
I wanted to be upset about some sort of fashion faux pas. That's why I went Crocs. But don't do that. No. Ready, you're cute. Oh, what's going? Don't make her crab walk. No. Whoa. It's like, how are you doing that? She's like, stretch 3 times a day, darling. Hurt already. Maybe Rarity could like be asking for belly rubs. What the heck's happening here? You did it. I don't know why, but you did it.
Well, I have a better idea.
Super fun. Can't never see the super fogs. Okay. Time for more booze. You want more booze?
It is time for more booze.
I lost my
Michael, look her go.
I want to fight. He's like, I want to go that way, legs. We're going the wrong way. I kind of want her to just be like a runway model, but instead of turning around, her legs just turn around and go back. Touch yourself down.
God damn it, legs. Hey, we talked about this. What are you doing? Stop it. Stop it. Go the other way. But there you go. Oh, no, stop talking. No, my mouth is like no control. Look how fast she goes. Just like, meow. Okay, now what we're gonna do with rarity. Put her back with normal legs. Okay, so we'll take rarity and then there'll be stop. I don't want it. We're going with Coco. And then oops. And then here they go and they're like Like super smooching. Let's see, there's a smooch. That's where I had. You gotta go to her head. There we go. And then see, they're like smooching. Oh, that's smooching. There we go. Smooch, smooch. Okay, and then we'll do the. Look at the smooching. And they're like doing like hoof things. I don't know. What do horses that do smooching do? Okay, but that's gone. So we gotta. There. I'll go back. Hello. All right. So this was rarity. There we go. That's nothing happened, but we're done.
That'd be nice to this horse. Finished.
So.
You did it. She looks beautiful. Look at the horse.
Okay, so now we're done.
Okay. Apparently it wasn't that interesting. Wait, Mare kisses. What is it? Wait, go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. What? Guess. How lewd. No. I got you drinks.
I did nothing.
I got you drinks.
I did nothing.
I brought you things. I'm not gonna help you move things. Later. Not doing it.
You're smiling. You're smiling though, so
I'm smiling because I'm gonna get my way.
I can put a lock on that room.
What room?
That's my room now.
I'm gonna put a lock on the whole basement.
Yeah. There's a door.
Look at what you did.
No, I
am doing you favors.
You saw what was left.
What was left? You typed finish and you saved it. There was something more. Go back. I'm gonna be doing
You want me to
favors
go back?
today. Yes.
Okay, and then you'll be happy.
Yeah, you gotta play.
Okay. Okay. I will go back. So you want this?
You gotta play it.
Okay, so then I hit play.
Wait, where is it? No, this is not the same file.
No, this is. It's
Where
Stupid Face
is
3. This is the same
finish?
file. So I did it.
What did you do? What did he do?
No, this is what
Chad.
you wanted. Now you're happy.
Pinky in the background. Wait, no. Pinky in the background. Zoom out.
No, he's
Zoom
talking
out.
about the Western. The Western had Pinky in the background.
You wouldn't have saved this without a reason. What is going on? Zoom out. What did you do?
Nothing.
There's clearly kissing, and you saved it for a reason. You typed finished. Open up the finished file. What's under rarity?
Nothing here. Look, show hidden controls. There's nothing.
There's a conspiracy at hand.
Nothing.
There was a Maricuddle puddle. What?
Nothing.
Where's the Maricuddle puddle? No.
There's nothing.
The stream doesn't upload until you finish it, doesn't it?
I think if you're watching, you can go back.
I'm not watching. I'm try. What did you do? What did you do? Like 3 derbies on nuzzling and smooching. No.
Yes. I will plead the fifth.
You're an evil man.
I really don't think I have to go too much further on the background. The whole thing will kind of shift and move there. Anything else out of the table? Give me an image. Is there a file for this? It's, well, for one, there's no lighting right now. If I enable lighting, it's like nothing. That's actually probably what I'm going to start working on now. These are just shots for the Ciderfest promo stuff. I did nothing.
Miss Coco already kissing Michael. What?
Everybody's just giving all these lies. There's Derpies, there's Coco,
I feel like that one wasn't
Pinky in the background, there's Cuddle Puddles.
It's Couples. What's the Couples? I was giving you a drink. I was doing a nice thing.
Yeah, and I did nothing.
You didn't do nothing.
I did do nothing. I sat there and I made a stupid face.
I bet you did.
Yeah, I did. It was very, very stupid.
Why does it keep giving me commercials? Oh, crazy weird lady.
Michael's just making crap up.
You're making crap up. I want to see what you did. Can't go back. Guys, did you clip it? I want to see the smooching that I know happened.
There's no smooching.
There was clearly smooching.
Smooching.
There was smooching.
No smooching.
Oh, shit.
There's no smooching.
There's definitely smooching.
Yeah, both y'all arms.
It won't let me go back. Just some new. So when someone came and I had to switch to porn.
Oh, it was so weird that someone came in and switched to porn. It's like I'd rather have people think I was watching porn than watching horse.
There's some weird truth to that. Mom, Dad, it's not what you think. I'm normal. I was watching porn, I swear.
What kind of porn? Lesbian. Okay.
Really weird stuff. Not horses, though, right? No, of course not.
Is it like a kink thing? Like, no, I'm not. No. You know what? I'm not going to go further than that one. I feel like I'm just going to go down deep hole bad.
No. Well, whatever he didn't do, it sounded pretty amazing. Thank you, Sir Edward.
I'm watching prawn. Mom, I'm normal watching prawn.
Those prawns, those delicious big shrimps.
Actually, I gotta go use the restroom quick. So I'll be back in 1 sec. Oh, no, that thing scared the crap out of me.
That thing scared the crap out of you.
Just turn around.
She's beautiful. Fix this for you. Nothing was happening.
I see with the fans going outside. You can't hear me coming in. You're like, ah!
Can't do nothing. They're not cousins. She's not related to Cherry.
Michael? Like, I feels like they are not wanting anything to do with this, but Braveheart's loving it.
Raven's just like, yeah! He's like exactly what needed to happen.
No. Look, you even like first thing was open mouth.
Yes, open mouth kisses.
I don't know which part to go back to.
They didn't go back that far. Basically,
Okay, I'm seeing her mouth
there,
adjust.
No, it's you adjusting it.
I didn't adjust
The
that
very
here.
first thing I did was unlock transforms on Applejack.
Get them back, little smooching cousins. Nothing.
Wait.
Yes, lighting.
Wait, I couldn't see it because the app has to update.
The app has to update.
Apparently.
Why doesn't it auto update?
Because I don't do Twitch on here very often.
But you don't have it set to just automatically
No, I
update.
don't. Man, hold on to that.
I feel like if this was a Western, the color, like I normally I'm big on doing like a lot of rim lights, but I feel like there wouldn't be. A lot of Westerns feel like they're probably going to be more flat on the coloration. So I probably shouldn't do that. I probably should do more like, maybe not general lighting, but more of just like single lights like this. So have this one kind of like that. So this is going to be main light one. Normally I could just do main lights, but the fillers were originally put in there so there's a base, because I want to have it feel like everything has some kind of a light everywhere. I don't want like really dark shadows because I just tend
Post
to
it
ignore
again,
it.
Matt. The link's not working for me.
No, you don't need nothing. There's nothing happened.
I'll post it again.
You're just directly.
I didn't copy the link either. Mobile's dumb. That one works. Okay, what happened? No. Smooch.
There was nothing happened.
No, no smooching.
Guys win.
There's nothing.
Smooching.
See, that's all lies.
There's some smooching. She can smooch. Look at lips smooch. Look at this. This donut smooching.
I gotta do it. My friend made me feel old just a second ago. Feel old? Feel old?
Smooch smooch. So much smooching. I'm so happy.
It depends. Do you feel Michael old?
Smooching ponies. Cocoa and marshmallows.
2014 was 9 years ago. Yeah, I still have it in my head that like 1990,
Okay.
the like 1999 was 10 years ago. Like it, but that was technically 24 years ago. So yeah, there's definitely time flies. It only gets worse. Trust
I'm
me.
only 23. I believe this deep in my heart.
Yeah, Dad.
I was going gray in my 20s. The first time you saw me, my hair was dyed.
I know. Because I mean that's part of going gray is it dies.
Yes, I know the truth now. There was someone smooching. And you kept saying smooching. It doesn't sound so good. Let's see what happens. No, the pony thing wouldn't seem like such ancient history. It's weird because the pony thing is still happening. There are still pony episodes, but they're not before. Which gets me, because the guy who took over at Hasbro, he is huge on D&D, right? That was his thing before he took over as CEO. He was the magic guy. And all Pony really needs to be is a D&D campaign, a good one, but with horses. If it was that,
Pathfinder already did that.
with horses,
Yeah. I mean, Pathfinder is an open source bit that people can make derivatives of, and they did that with horse.
yeah.
So
So it just seems like such an obvious thing for him to do. And I think that would be amazing if you just had a D&D campaign, but it was ponies.
Because
He's got both properties. He
they
could
don't.
merge them.
I think that they don't want to do that because they don't want to confuse audiences.
Confuse how?
It's easier to market to a single audience than to like a super broad audience.
Well,
The whole IP is built and known to be for a specific audience. If you did a D&D campaign, that might show a different audience. There are definitely people in that age group that do D&D and type stuff, but you're not going to be profiting off of it,
you
marketing
don't
to that
have
group.
to say it's D&D. You just have to treat it like it's D&D.
Yeah, but again, who are you selling to?
People who like adventure, kids.
Yeah,
It's like adventure.
but D&D is complicated. There's a lot to it.
It's only complicated if you're playing it.
Well, then why would you buy it?
Watching the movie, D&D movie isn't complicated.
So how do you advertise that game? All right, kids.
I'm
So
not talking about-
first you have to buy this book that explains how to play this game
I'm
in
not talking
150
about a game.
pages.
I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about the show.
But you're saying about like having a D&D
Type show, but with pony.
no,
Yeah, what do you mean no?
because that doesn't really fit the IP and the idea of
There's
pony.
magic. There's
Yeah, I know, but those are their IPs
distant
themselves.
lands.
Now you're talking about taking an
there's
IP.
mythical creatures.
You're taking an IP and then you're taking a segment of it and following a different theme with
That
it.
is a huge part of pony.
No.
That they're magical creatures in a magical world.
But they always have these, they try to do universe building right now, and I don't think you could do that and make it work. There's no way they would ever sign off on it. I don't see that ever working. Just because it would be cool doesn't mean
I think
they're
it
ever
would
going to
work
do it.
really well.
No, maybe, but it's never going to sell. No, it's not going to sell.
People don't like horses on magical adventures.
No, that's already what they do.
But they need to do it better. With structure.
Yeah. Well, no, it's more of, it's easier to market to very specific things because then you can ensure that the places that you're buying advertisements are for that crowd, and the places that you're selling the products are for that crowd. If you start branching out, it means that now you have to double the amount of contracts. So like now suddenly you have to get contracts with GameStop to sell some of the merch there, or the merch here or merch there. It does work when things are at their highest, but not they're not where it is right now. Pony,
It's not. It's
Pony, they got lucky and they didn't have to push it to those places to try to get the name out there. The name exploded, and so they took advantage of its popularity, but they can't.
I don't think they got so much lucky as they just had people who were smart working on it, who wrote really good adventure
you can't
stories.
just force a show out there and then force product to all these places and for the attempt to or for people to buy it. Nobody's going to buy it.
Everybody about the pony stuff.
Not like the fandom is not where it used to be.
That's because the show isn't where it used to be.
Yeah, I know, but even if you come up with a new one, it was magic in a bottle. But what you're saying is give us more of this, more of that with a little different. But that show came out of nowhere as something completely different. If they were, to me, the most successful thing they're going to have that would explode like that is to try to create that same magic, but with a completely different IP. But that's a gamble. No horses.
How dare you?
6 legs.
No.
No, they would have
They
to
just did an action adventure show, like built like a D&D campaign with ponies. I guarantee you it would be successful. Because that's how YG4 was so successful.
No.
That they did it as a campaign, but also a slice of life.
No, I don't think
What's happening?
we're doing the highlight.
Yo.
No, I don't think it will be, because you can't just anything that comes off of Horse now is derivative work. The original one was derivative of the original IP, but it gained that bit that it took a big enough direction that it became big. Any derivative work of Horse now is only going to draw in the original audience.
Like saying Next Gen was derivative work of the original.
I know, but I'm saying anything right now, all you're going to do is try to grasp at whatever's left of the current audience. You're not going to explode into a new audience
if
right
it's
now.
good.
But I know if you want to get a big explosion like they had, it's creating something completely from scratch, a new something.
I think Star Trek was amazing. Star Trek Next Generation was better because they just built on top of what was already there, and they just did it better.
Then go watch Star Trek.
I have. I've seen all of Next Gen.
So go, yeah. So why aren't you in that fandom?
Because Captain Picard isn't nearly as cute.
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, Patrick.
He's like your hero. He got old when he was young, and he just lived that long.
just
like
stayed
that.
old forever.
DVD is going full digital. They have stopped printing and selling print books. Okay, now that is stupid, because I feel like I can see maybe if they do stopping of printing, the benefit I can maybe see of that is that they're saying we're going to instead sell the same thing on a digital platform, remove the overhead and all the people and all the infrastructure needed to do printing, and therefore even if we sell 20% less, we're still making the same amount. Sure, but it is leaving a gaping hole for those that actually like sitting and doing D&D at a table is D&D. I could see it's going to leave.
What happened? Okay, you're back.
I want to make sure we didn't have a problem with the other thing. Different thing. There it is. Yeah, nothing cut on the stream. It just was chat. No, nothing. It's gonna leave a gaping hole for those that do still want printed things, and maybe they could buy the digital copy and print it themselves, but that's a lot of material. That's where you're gonna have everybody out, like the Pathfinder and these other derivative type D&D platforms will take the foothold. But it could still be that their idea is we're going to control the digital side of things by 100% focusing on it. Maybe they'll lose out on the print market, but maybe they're doing it because there's a thirsty market for digital that they see that is cheaper for them to do. And biggest thing is you can't get a subscription from somebody on a physical platform. You can from a digital. So if they start charging somebody 10, 15, 20, whatever dollars a month, that's probably to them way more profitable than like selling figurines and stuff.
But if the CEO of Hasbro's listening, and I know they are, just take your D&D book,
Shove it up your ass.
Apply it to the world of Equestria. Like, having a set rules in the world of Equestria would be a really big deal. I think that would add a lot to the overarching lore. Keep the monsters mythical and like real world mythology, if that makes any sense, because that's kind of what Ponies does. And yeah, I think it would work really, really well.
Could they sell it? Yeah. Could they profit from it in such a way that it would please investors? No.
I don't believe that for a second.
There's not.
They could still market it towards girls.
No, it's saying
girls like adventure.
So you market it to like younger girls.
Yeah.
But of that group, you now have to find the subgroup that would want that type of content. So you're going.
Little girls, all they want is ponies. They don't care past that.
No, it's all about like how many levels down you go, and you're going. If you go into like two subgroups, you're gonna have hard time marketing. If all they do is go like to that first level of fantasy horse, but then if you start going into very specific things,
I mean,
like
if you're
that,
5 and under, bright colors will entertain children.
What you're saying is
12 to
market to
5
stupid kids.
12 to 5, they're going to be children are
But no, but
stupid
you
by
want
their very
a
nature.
complex universe.
Yes.
If they're marketing to kids that don't care, then it's going to be 3.5.
They won't care.
No, then why would they spend the money? Do 3.5.
Because you're already given. What is you assuming it's going to cause?
No, because you go cheap.
Get the intern to
No,
write.
again, you're saying if they don't
campaign.
care, go cheap.
I'm saying you can go cheap if the book of rules is already written.
It's not about the rules. No, it's about like going as cheap as possible. All the
Yes.
rules are like there's not even dice rolls. It's just the parents give the number or
If your
something.
show Bible is literally the D&D book, you
A
have
5-year-old
really
is
good
not going to
guy-
play D&D.
No, they're not. They're not going to care. They're just going to be happy that there's pretty colors on the screen.
No, I'm talking about a physical medium. Like, or are you talking about a show?
I'm talking about show.
Well, then it's not D&D. It's just it's pretty close to the screen. Why would they build a universe?
They already have a universe.
No, they don't need to. But yeah, but you have to pay writers for that. So
Yes.
you don't have to pay the
But
writers.
you can pay cheap writers who will do decent work because they have a very.
You can't
low
pay
rated
cheap
show
writers
Bible.
because they have contracts that require minimum pay.
Well, then give them the minimum pay. You're going to need to pay writers regardless.
No, but that's still going to be a decent amount. It's still going to be a lot of money. Writers have
they're
to.
gonna make a pony show. Period. They're gonna do it.
Yeah, no. More than likely, if they're going to go cheap, they're going to go super cheap.
Yes, but you can afford to do that if you have an amazing show Bible that's already laid out. A lot
Somebody
of
had to
what
write
you're
that.
gonna do. Yes, it's already written. It's called the D&D rule book.
No, they can't.
They absolutely can.
No, but they can do that. But the D&D rulebook is okay. So you're going to have in the Pony universe for the 5-year-olds, a mind flayer pops up.
No, you don't have to do that.
But if it's a show, then why are you following the rules? You don't need to.
Yeah, no, you don't need to, but it will add a lot.
How does
to
it
that
help?
Lore because it helps establish the lore and keep continuity.
But the lore is dark universe
Yeah, a little dark sometimes.
for a 5-year-old.
Sometimes.
All right,
G4.
all right, kid. So this, you want to be an Ithlit? Like, put this in your ear, little horse, and then like, as their eyes roll back in their head and they're bleeding and they explode.
Like the Storm King did.
That was. He didn't explode.
He shattered.
He was moving at the end of the movie.
I think I remember watching the thing where they had to put that in
In the credits, he was
the
moving.
credits. They had to add that.
Yeah, he's moving. He is that. They did the ketchup bottle.
They did the ketchup bottle. I'm saying it worked for G4. They could do it again.
G4 was lucky.
They weren't lucky. They had smart people.
Yeah, I know, but it's not just about having a good show. There are lots of really good shows out there that didn't have the same build up.
What Pony had was Lauren Faust early on saying that the exact opposite to what you're saying now, that programming for children can be quality and should be of quality.
Yeah, but just because you make a quality show doesn't mean people are going to watch it. And it's not even just about watching it. Watch enough of it to be profitable and maintain.
There's already a better established audience for Pony now
And
than there was
if
then.
if you're doing a narrative, it means to me that you have an established story that's going to go on for multiple seasons. Getting somebody to sign off on a show that is only requires like 4 or 5 seasons, they're not going to sign off on that. They're going to go for something that's 1 or 2, and they're going to see how it goes. And then so it's either going to end midstream or something else.
You know how they can get rid of writers altogether? They just have to animate Fall to Equestria. Yeah, it's already written. Yeah.
Wait, who's
Just
moving?
have to get an adapter.
No, Michael's just being like.
You're being a butt.
Michael's deciding that he knows how the market works, and it always comes down to more horse is better, no matter what.
You know who doesn't know how the market works? The CEO of Hasbro, because the stocks are tanking, which they made fun of in the Merrifair video.
No, I'm fine with them tanking because they made a lot of fuck ups. I'm not even talking about horse. That whole thing with like that, because like it's the amount of companies now that are throwing out these like super aggressive contracts and then just back it off when people complain. It feels like that's become the norm. With Hasbro doing the D&D whatever terms of use, and Unity with their recent payment structure thing. It feels like these companies throw out something that is super aggressive, and then if something is wrong with it, they just back off on it saying, "Oh, we're sorry. Okay, now here's what we want to do." Well, what if they didn't complain? well, then it feels like every company is going to go twice as far as it intends to, with the intent of we're either going to win out and get that twice as much, or people are just going to bitch and we'll pull it back to where we intended, but more than likely they'll pull it back to like not quite where they intended, but still a little bit forward. Because it's like saying if you have a $100 pair of shoes and you say it's $200 for that pair of shoes, and then people complain, are like, oh well, what if I put them at 40% off? Well, now there's still $100 pair of shoes that you're getting for $120, and people think it's a deal now. So yeah, I feel like that's what this crap is.
I assure you, Sunset, Lauren Faust was not fired. She quit. That is something I know for absolute certain.
That's a lighten.
I will agree with you. Darkling Prince G1 was dark. Like, it was way darker than that points. It had fun ponies with like zero personality that. But then the villains with like, I'm transforming you into a hideous monster, and it's like, it's just, G1 was dark. G1 was very dark.
That was probably also a different time.
It's the 80s.
Yeah, for a different time.
G1 was actually pretty decent. It's not great, but it's got its moments. G2, G3, absolute trash. G4 I like.
3.5.
No.
What's wrong with 3.5?
No. Like just really, really bad puppet animation, super early Flash. The G 3.1 was, or 3.5. G5 isn't all bad. It just took a while for it to get good.
I am not a fan though of where you got to swim through a pile of shit and then another pile of shit to finally to get to something that is a less pile of shit. And then it's the same thing though. It feels like it's better, but if this was the content that it came out right at the beginning, would you have called it great?
I would say it was good.
Because I feel like
I have a pretty high standard.
I feel like again, if you dig yourself down far enough, everything looks better looking up.
I would say if you start at the Winter Wish Day episode, that is a good starting point. Everything before that, you can kind of just forget about. Because it's pretty clear the animators were trying to figure out like the best ways to animate. They didn't bring in the good writers until the Winter Wish Day. Except the very first episode, which was written by GM Burroughs. But the animation was so horrendous in that first episode, it distracts from the story. So, no. Start at Winter Wish Day. Continue from there. As far as the shorts are concerned, those were pretty decent from the beginning, but they don't go anywhere. They're kind of just fun, 5-minute, like, goofy horse things. No, the G5 movie was great. Like, I watched the G5 movie. The G5 movie was fantastic. But as far as
the G5 movie was good. I think that the My Little Pony the movie, the one with the G4 characters, I did enjoy that more. But I felt like that had more of an adult undertone to it. It definitely felt like still that like adult and kid mixed together. Well, G5 felt a little bit more kid focused, but it with just underlying hints of adult entertainment. I really liked the original My Little Pony movie more.
Yes, Godzilla chapters 1 and 2 can absolutely be thrown in the dumpster.
But they're required to get to the other episodes.
No, they're not.
Well, you're supposed to know where their flying microwave comes from.
I realize it's there, and that's all you need to know.
No, you have to watch them.
It gets next into existence anyways.
What about the other not
the shorts?
Make Your Mark or whatever?
That's fine. If you love horse and you want to watch something
in your
fun,
Zoomer.
No,
I feel like the there's a lot of like throw at the screen type content.
they're cute little quick stories. They're
What about Pony
important.
Life?
Pony Life?
Yeah.
I am thinking about going back and watching it just to get more G4. Because I haven't finished all of Pony Life. But there's Derpies. There's Rainbow Dashes. And there's Tabitha St. Germain.
She's a horse?
She's a horse. Mm-hmm. Chapter 3 is mad. Chapter 4 is where it really got good. But I would say if you were to start watching it, if you hadn't watched any of it, and you were to start watching it, I would just say start with Winter Wish Day. Go from there. Don't bother with anything before that because it's just that first episode hurts to look at. They clearly barely knew what they were doing and they were in a rush. And they didn't have time to go back and fix it.
There. I like him. I was like, he's too happy. Like, if I do this, that better?
It looks good. I don't think it looks... I like it.
But Michael makes the mare or the stallion evil.
He is evil.
Is it because he's doing something or just because he's a stallion?
Yes. I actually liked Opaline, but I wish they would open up more about her. The thing is, they did open up about her backstory in the comics, but her backstory is like proper dark. And I feel they're probably going to retcon it a little bit. And I feel like they kind of already have. Because in her original backstory, she started out as a unicorn who became an alicorn. Where now they're kind of making it seem like she was always an alicorn. But you just didn't hear about her, which is dumb.
But retconning to me in that sense means it's nothing about corporate saying one way or another or something, whatever. It's that they are winging the story and they just came up with something neat that had a better ending or a better way forward, and so they're pulling back on things they said before because, well, we weren't sure what we were going to do that.
But we're not even talking about long gaps of time. They're kind of just making it up as they go.
Yeah, no, that's what it feels like is they're taking a couple different paths and then picking one as they go. But then it kind of like, what do you do with this stuff?
This is kind of why I'm happy they brought back in GM Burrows and other IDW guy to try to get things on track.
Hasbro's still micromanaging because you're not going to be signing off on the development budget for a 3D show, all the writing and everything without double checking the crap. So I think that more than likely they thought they weren't trusting of what a story would be like going forward, and so they didn't want to have a big dedication. So they said, give us some content and then we'll figure out if it's okay to move forward on a larger scale project from there, like one with a story. Because the last thing you want to do is have them start with a season or a couple episodes or something that imply like this large theme, this large story, and then go nowhere with it. Because then you're really going to piss people off. So they probably said, give us some slice of life stuff that doesn't do much. And then if it works out, we'll sign off on a larger thing. Maybe now they've signed off on the larger thing and say, okay, you can go a little further with this, and they can finally start moving that stuff forward. Does that what it feels like? Why did you have a couple episodes and not much else? Probably somebody's saying, we want to prove a concept first, and the proof of concept was just live. Like,
From my perspective, they did have a big idea going into the movie. Like they were clearly showing things in the background, which would play a bigger role later on. But the first 3 chapters of the show seemed to completely forget that. And they were just like, how about we just have cute little adventures in this cute little village and vaguely talk about the things in it. And then when you got to chapter 4 and GM Burrows came back, they got back on track on that story. But they had a lot of weird crap happen before they... Like, I have this feeling if GM Burrows was in charge from beginning to end, that stupid flying RV wouldn't be there.
Actually, I think one of my biggest pet... I mean, I've already talked about the infrastructure thing with that, but is that Pip showed herself to be a princess and basically music star that could easily do focus on that and be very successful and have fun. Instead, she just goes and buys a hole in the wall store to do hair salon stuff.
Yeah, which is what I'm talking about when they seem to have completely forgot what they were doing after the movie.
No, they just they abandoned the things that made they abandoned their strengths to instead take over something that fit a narrative that was separate from the movie.
Yeah. So. They jumped tracks, but with the same train that was already heading in a different direction.
Choo-choo.
So, like, the whole thing was like their cutie marks are supposed to represent what their passions are. How does her musical note have anything to do with the hair salon?
You can pull the hair and you twing it.
Twing it, yeah. Like.
But thank you very much for 32 months, Hot Rod.
I thought
getting close to 3 years. It is. Hello, Argo. Hello, Michael. Hello, Chat. He's trying to say hi and you're ignoring him.
No, I'm so hello, charging. I love you.
Like, I'm trying to speak to it and you're like, no horse.
They ruined Zip.
And I also love the interaction between Zip and Hitch.
Now, that's fun, but I don't think Zip should have ever been a detective, because the whole thing in her movie is that while she wasn't all that keen on being a ruler, which was she was going to take over after her mom died, or if her mom retired.
Hara says he loves you too.
Yes, I love you, charging. Like, her thing was that she always wanted to help ponies, and she took a lot of interest in designing aerodynamics, or she learning about aerodynamics. She was an engineer at her core. And like, when they actually get around to building a flying device, what does she do? This pony who studied flight dynamics her entire life in the hopes that one day she could teach her people to fly.
You went on this rant before, Michael.
Yes. She staples doors to a trolley.
Michael, you went to high school, you went to college, you have all this experience.
Yes.
And you go to horse conventions.
Yes, your point. It would have made complete sense to have her character actually design a working flying vehicle.
Yeah, but if she did, then she couldn't go to horse conventions.
Is that what it is? I think she built it so she can go to horse conventions.
Well, she wants to travel the world. She wants to see things like horse conventions.
It's like, she's supposed to be the smart one. At least the movie had her out to be the smart one. And her idea of where this thing's gonna fly is stapling doors. Trolley.
Maybe she wants to. Are you trying to tell her what she should believe in and what she should like?
Freaking magical lantern had the Deus Ex Machina of that thing. There's no reason that needed to happen.
No, but maybe this is what she wants to do. Like, are you going to tell her what she can't do?
She's fine to build a flying machine. I'm saying she should have been able to perfectly do it without the lantern. Why did she need the lantern to do it? If she studied aerodynamics as was shown in the movie, she should have been perfectly capable.
Are you sure? Just because you understand flight dynamics doesn't mean that you can suddenly build a plane.
No, but you're going to do a better job than stapling doors to a trolley. She had a factory in the town she moved to.
Michael,
that wasn't being used for anything.
She's special.
That built robots.
Yes.
The factory in the town, which was abandoned essentially at that point for what it was doing, could have been repurposed for building the plane by the smart horse who was established who understood flight dynamics in the movie.
She knew wing make plane go up.
Then, but what does she do? Puts doors on a trolley, whacks it with a magical lantern, and goes, "Good job, lantern."
I'm going to let you know right now that I have no idea what you're talking about because I haven't seen anything.
I know, but I am pissed. Be pissed with me, Chad.
I'm not going to go get another drink, Nolan. We've already had enough.
I'm not.
I do have some water. Michael casually losing his sanity. No, he all this stuff right now is not him slowly losing it. It's all been in there. It's all in here. He's just he's finally showing it.
Yes.
Cheers, no higher.
I'm not a trained writer. Cool. But holy crap, why can I figure this out and they can't?
Well, thank you very much, Howard, for the gift subs. to Jub Jub Lee, Zek X024, Ninja Bacon, Esteban123831, and this is guy. I was like, I thought there was 5 there. So thank you very much, Hot Rod.
Yes, thank you, Howard. This is Howard. My brain is melting.
But thank you very much. That is very cool. And I know I recognize 4 of the names. Zach is one I don't recognize. A drink for you. No. I've been very good. If anything that I'm unable to do, or like because you say to raid Michael's butt, I usually refund those. I can do more water though.
He refuses.
Well, cheers in the water. All right. Well, I think we got most of this done. I had okay. Actually, I do have to. His vest. I think I need to churn that shoulder. Oh, that's left one. I gotta churn.
One day we raid Michael's butt. Someday, no one. I wouldn't recommend it though.
So I'm kind of stuck with certain positions I can actually move this in, because it's either like the backbones or the shoulder. That's it. I loaded up the other version of this model because I knew that I would be able to manipulate it a little better. Like, see, like this one's got a little bit showing there. I can just kind of churn it and shove it like this. Now that's kind of hidden better. Oof, that's kind of actually looking weird. Maybe I can scale it.
I'm gonna go watch Pony later today.
No, you don't.
I haven't watched any of Chapter 5 yet.
No, because you have to go do booze.
I do. But I can watch Pony in the living room.
With your mining helmet. Sure, it's
I'm
a
gonna
nice
turn
way to say
something
it.
on in the living room. You should go upstairs and watch something.
No. I'm gonna do the basement thing. I could watch something on Stargate.
It's fine. I just need background noise.
Because I am kind of really on a spree for that. I'm at, like, what am I at? I'm like halfway through season 4 now. Like, I am very much enjoying Stargate.
I think it was surprising last night. I watched that one episode with the where you had to choose between the aliens in the sky and the aliens on the ground.
That was a very poor description of that episode, but sure.
But you know exactly what I'm talking about. And but that weirdly enough, that episode was like burned into my brain like years and years and years ago. Mm-hmm. And it was just weird seeing it again.
Yeah, almost every episode, like, I feel like the graphics are really good, but there is the one of them where they had to do a walk over like some very thin bit over this huge pit, and the green screen was immensely obvious. And you can't even say higher resolution TV because it's still a 480 signal. But it was like, that one was the only time. I mean, they actually did a pretty good job of the camera work to make it work. I give them credit. The people that did that, they did some really fancy camera movements and actually made it look pretty legit for the time and the budget for a TV show. Kudos. But that was the only time. A lot of the other times, like, I actually am very happy with the effects. They do some computer effects. Like, I just watched recently, there was an advertisement on Twitter for John Wick, trying to show that it's on Showtime or whatever. And they were showing the whole fight scene. From one of them was a camera recording what they were doing. The other one was the actual movie. So you can see all the exact movements. There was glass and debris all over the floor. The real recording had none. All of the glass on the floor and all the debris was digitally added afterwards.
It's crazy.
Like, well, like I'm not gonna be able to find it because it's an ad. But so, like, something so simple as just junk on the floor. Obviously, I can understand glass on the floor, kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
But like, literally steps being taken, pushing it out of the way. It looked like there was legitimately that stuff there. And they do that kind of a detail. But then going back to a TV show where they just have all the practical, where if they wanted that stuff there, they put it there. Like, safety, they may do some other thing, and maybe it definitely looks like it's not actually glass, maybe something else. But I miss that. I miss having practical. Now it's always about, no matter what, it has to look as legit and real as possible. No, just give me some animatronic. Give me the Yoda that are like, ha, 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 ha. That's fun. I like that. I miss that. I like the Stargate episode where they save the planet from the false Egyptian god. Isn't that like a third of the series? No, I enjoyed The Office, but I'm enjoying, I think, Stargate way more. Like I'm enjoying the characters a lot, the universe building. I can see what you mean, because you guys mentioned before that the Stargate universe gets bigger and bigger. Oh God, yes, it does. But yeah, and their comedy is mixed in randomly, but it's good. It's all straight face comedy. Yeah. I love straight face comedy.
I didn't know that about Chappie.
There's a guy in Chappie where they painted on the man's tattoos, frame by frame through the whole movie. Oh, really?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Chappie was a good movie.
Chappie was good. One of those.
Chappie and District 9 are both movies that definitely are really, really good, but then at the end, it definitely feels like they're trying to give you a message that gets really weird. Chappie was kind of that way too.
District 9 kind of feels like an unfinished movie because there's definitely supposed to be a sequel that never happened.
Could be. Oh, yeah, it could. Love Dry Humor. Yeah, it's the humor that has no laughing, no nothing. It's said dryly. They kind of just move forward with it. It's maybe a little bit of physical humor. I will crack up more at those than an actual joke. It's so good. I watched the episode of Stargate recently where they had the time loop, and just some of their reactions and stuff were just so. I loved it. It was so good. Yeah, I don't think I can really do much more in here. The only thing I can think of is maybe like there's little improvements I can do to the lighting. Actually, I should check this light. This is the underlight, right? Yeah. I probably want to expand this because I don't think I'm hitting pinky that much. Yeah. I don't think that's much better. I think it might just be because of the other. I have more lights on them than I do on her. But it reminds me. I went to see the creator. Creator looked. It kind of is that made by the same people that did District 9? I don't think it was. It feels like a movie that could definitely be, but that one looked good. I am curious on that one. It needed to say good movie. It's a great movie. So, yeah, I am tempted on that one. That's probably like one of the few movies in theaters that's like, I guess, newer in theaters that I'm actually of interest at all on. I've never cried 3 times during SLA. It's okay. So it definitely looked. I like the movies and that kind of they take something that we would normally see as being not human or something that we have no direct comparison to being human, and then slowly builds a human connection too, so that you can see some analogy between the two, and then really makes you think about what it means to be like life and real and living, because like, and I'm guessing that's what that series does, because it definitely has those vibes of that type of thing.
Good night, Charging.
It's good night, Charging.
Tell me what to do. I'm gonna eat all the grass.
Stay hydrated. Yeah, I was gonna say I definitely will. No, I probably won't. I keep a water bottle like around the house. This one that I walk with, and then I keep one in the bedroom for at night. And I still don't drink that much. I have 2 water bottles full of water, and I still am really bad about it. I either drink not enough or way too much. I need to get like certain like there's apps you can do that tell you to remind you to drink water. I might start doing that again.
Drink a lot of water.
Don't eat glass. Isn't that just hard water? Looks like a fork in the outlet. Well, I have like 8 outlets being installed on Friday. So when they're here,
How else are we supposed to test them?
yeah, I know. Like, how are you supposed to do that? I'm gonna definitely be down there. Okay, I won't use a fork. I will use a butter knife.
2 butter knives.
2 butter knives. Why?
Take one on both sides at the same time.
No, like I'm just gonna pull the outlet out, and then there's these little noodles. There's it's the spicy noodles.
Yeah.
Those ones you don't need a fork for those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I keep a cup of Mio water. See, I used to do flavored water stuff, but now.
You flavored its water with Coke, so.
No, I am perfectly okay with just getting water, but I keep one in my bedroom so that I always have something at night, and then I have the other one. It's the one I walk with, so if I'm downstairs, upstairs, or if I go to work, I'll bring the water bottle with me. That's my chunker.
I drink all my water out of a cup with the Derpy on it, so it tastes better.
But no, I don't put any seasoning, any flavoring in any of those. I don't know. I used to put like Neos and stuff and like whatever, but it felt like it didn't really make it more appetizing, or like I wanted it more. Like, yeah, I it's not that it's a bad thing. Like, I just will enjoy normal water the same, so I'll just do normal
I thought
water.
of a joke just now that I heard recently that made me crack up. Which it showed a lady sniffing a candle. He's like, "Wow, this candle smells like Fireball." And it's like, and then the woman next to her responds, "Us non-alcoholics call that cinnamon." I thought that joke was hilarious. It was funny.
Why can't I see? Oh, you gotta be careful. So the eye light. So there's one of these properties that I don't use much, but they can come in handy. Lights have 3 properties called quadratic, linear, and constant attenuation. That's really just saying of how does light drop off with distance. And it's essentially saying quadratic is an exponential decrease. So for every like 1 meter of distance, it'll drop off 2 in brightness. And then so like at 2 meters, it'll be 4. At 3, it'll be 6 or 8 or whatever. So it's the further it gets, it drops drastically. Where linear is saying with distance, it drops evenly. And then constant is saying that it doesn't matter, whatever the brightness is at the base, it's the same all the way through. I wanted to make sure that Pinky's eyes were lit the same as the characters up close, so I set the constant. But because constant is the brightness at the base of the camera, and normally you're using exponential decrease, it means that technically everything is ultra super bright. And you have to be kind of careful using constant, because since the eyes are lit different, it means that if you try to do like lighting an entire scene with constant, usually it'll cause everybody's eyes to be like glowing hot bright, but everything else looks almost not visible. So, but for lighting the eyes, it actually comes in handy because it means that Pinky's eyes will get the same brightness as their eyes. So I don't do much. Even though there's a slider, the slider, I don't know why it's actually doing anything here, but normally the slider shouldn't actually do anything. It's just saying everything's even. Oh, it's probably because I have constant or quadratic. No, that's still not doing it. Anyway, but yeah, that's the idea behind it. So if you have linear up, linear should probably do nothing. Yeah, linear does nothing. Quadratic does nothing because it's no drop off. It's all even.
So people are going to be upset by this scene, I think.
The scene?
Yeah,
because there's a stallion.
No, because the stallion's not. There's not only just a stallion. The stallion's winning against 3 mares. Or I mean,
it's because in this entire I guess there's going to be like a stallion talking at the beginning. He's going to be the one like speaking through everything.
Yeah, so everybody's already going to be upset. It's hearing a stallion talk. Stallions like, look at that vest.
I hate this taste of city water.
He killed somebody.
Okay, yeah, it depends on the city. Like our local water here without filtering we're a little high in iron at our location, but we actually talked with our neighbors and they're like, because we're talking about potentially getting a water softener, they're like, nah, you really don't need it. Water softener is about getting a lot of junk out of the water. We have pretty clean water, actually. It's just high in iron. So you can put a filter into the line just to get the iron out. After that, it's actually not bad. Our normal line water is pretty decent. That's not to say that everywhere is. I've been to some places, like my grandmother had some pretty crap tasting water to me. It could be that to them that tastes good. I did not like it.
I grew up drinking out of a hose, and the water tasted like the hose. We didn't care because then that was okay. We're funny. No, the one place I had water that actually turned me off a little bit, but I still drank it because I needed the water. I was at a rental house in Florida one time, and the water, I could smell the swamp on it. Like I could tell it came out of it was swamp water, and I could smell it.
Yeah. When we're in the boundary waters, there's something you can get. It's just pills, and you basically will pull up like a full, like, say, gallon of water, and it'll look mucky, and you run it through a normal filter to get physical things out, but then you drop the pill in and it will kill everything in it.
Just boil it.
Because it's just simple. You don't have to put it on there, because even if you boil it, then you have hot water. This is like boom, like within 20 minutes. But it still leaves a funky taste because you're drinking all the dead stuff that's in there. So what my dad normally would do is he'd bring lemonade, like a lemonade powder packet, and just make lemonade out of it. Yeah. So then it still tastes funky, and it'd have like a yellowish color, but you could drink it safely.
You know what you can put in it besides pill that'll kill everything in it and have it taste fine?
Do you fart in it?
Vodka. Or a little bit of vodka in the water.
Yes, because that was definitely great for when I was like 16, 17.
You would have enjoyed it.
I probably would have, yes. But no, water with vodka, that doesn't sound delicious.
It's all right. Vodka's just potato water, first off.
Okay. Michael, most of everything out there is water.
Yeah, but it's potato water.
No, but if everything's already
like potato water,
then just eat food.
But it tastes like potato water.
Well, then just why eat mashed potatoes when vodka is the same thing?
You're like the best. It's like, kid, you don't need potatoes. Water. Here's your potatoes. Thanks, Dad.
Drink your mashed vodka.
Drink your mashed potatoes. Make it grow strong.
All right,
I
think that the whites of her eyes actually have a slightly different hue than theirs, because they have a reflective eye type. She doesn't. She's the only one that's different, and her eyes are a little dark. I might play with that.
This is a fun fact.
Vodka was invented in Poland.
I feel like, well, potatoes are from like Chile.
Yeah, so, every human body is just 70% potato water.
I feel like somebody in Chile had it figured out you can ferment potatoes. But I guess distilling it after that is what makes vodka.
No smooching. So, well, we're going to be done today. We're already a couple minutes over, and we still have to... We're having flooring.
Night.
We're having flooring installed tomorrow, and so we need to move some stuff to make sure that they have space, and then he needs to do some booze stuff. Who's on right now? Switch is on. Well, he's playing retro. What is he playing retro? He's playing window. That's pretty cool. I bet you if I go in the other way, it'll not give me an ad. If it gives me an ad here. Oh my God, I'm just trying to see what he's doing. Why do you show me somebody that looks like Michael?
Oh, fun fact: pony strip poker and ball involves the loser putting on clothes. That's pretty cute. Cute little outfit on.
We're putting on clothes. Oh yeah, but then the next hand, take them off.
Cheers, gasp.
Yeah, we have a couple things to do tonight, but tomorrow's going to be a pretty busy day. I have to actually do 40 minutes of ads. What? 40 minutes, 40 seconds.
I was going to say, like, you're going to be here a while.
I had at work today, I had somebody, so I've gotten to the point now that, like, apparently throughout the entire company, I'm now, like, everybody knows I'm a SharePoint guru. And so, like, I have people from all these other departments that are now contacting me saying, hey, can you do this? and my boss says I have to go through him for everything that's not within our department, and I have so many people asking for projects now, and they're all really neat and cool, and like I would enjoy doing them, but I think my boss is going to start going to the point of like, yes, stop, no. And I had to meet with like some guy, super smart manager today, but I'm like, they're asking for these like things that are like, it's getting frustrating. But he's not even there. It's Bear Stream again.
Bear Stream. He's your only choice.
He is. Well, okay, so there's a bear.
Yeah.
Is that bear have a name? Is anybody that
BB.
Is it BB?
Yeah.
Oh wait, beware of Scuff. I'm guessing his name is Scuff.
Yeah. Okay.
What are we gonna do? But we gotta say something to Bear.
Tell Scuff to eat retro. Eat retro, Scuff. Get him. Murder.
You haven't drank enough.
What? No, tell that bear to murder.
No, you gotta boop the snoot.
Murder.
Boop the
Don't. It's a bear. It lives for murder.
Boops. Bear boops. You need bear boops.
Tell the bear to like attack.
Attack bear, no. Let's go bear. Who's that bear? But thank you for the follows, Fane and Fane, Elizabeth, and Vera Colero. I probably messed those up. Thank you to the resub from Church and Conrad, and also for the gift subs from Hot Rod to Esteban 123831, Zach X024, Jub Jubbly, Nightsky Sky, Ninja Bacon 286. Very much appreciated. Thank you for nulling to the cheers. I think there's like 3 or something, 100 or so. There, thank you very much. Thank you, Starward and Sunset, for moderating. And no Boot Bear Snoop. You have a good one. I don't know if you Sarga, but anytime if you want to set up the meet. Yes, we'll have to set up something for the con. We don't really plan too far ahead on that. So, yes, bye Edward, bye Darkling, and bye Sunset. Tell your boss that you need to be made manager. I do not want to be a manager.
I want to be.
Managers don't make things; they just like tell people to do things.
Yes, that's amazing.
No, that sounds boring.
No, that's only because you don't make enough stuff.
No,
You haven't been beaten to the ground yet.
nope. I'll beat you to the ground.
Already.